the top right, we are having the option button. Click on it and you will be able to see the profile. At this time, there won't be any start option. So we already developed your profile. And yes, if you want, you can add your additional details. Like yesterday, we didn't have time. You can add your details like your bio, write down your PhD degree details, your project, and everything which you feel is required. So can anyone please tell me how many input layers are there in this? One. How many output layers? One. Next, how many hidden layers? Three. So if I see the code over here, I am able to see the picture. Picture is telling me there are 3 layers. But if I want to identify from a code, how can I identify? The number of lines. Yes, absolutely right. So you will be writing tf.keras.layers.sequential and then you open the curve brackets. In between those curve brackets, how many other lines you write? Those are referred to as the layers. And I hope you remember the layer types. Till now we have discussed 2 types of layers, that is dense, flattened. Right? So today we will discuss more layers. Yeah, and another part is, see, we are creating the data models, or you can say machine learning models. What we need to do is try to look at the code and try to draw the neural network, how it might be looking, and you will be getting an estimation by looking at the code, right? How many layers are there, how many neurons will come up, so you will get an estimation. Based upon that estimation, try to draw it. You might be wrong, no worries. You can correct yourself by just typing on Google, it will give you the answer. Just type in that, these are layers are there, show me the neural network. It will show you the diagram. Okay? So, till yesterday in here we have completed pooling that. Yes. Pooling code, understood? Any doubts on this? Did I give you the document? Pooling code document, have you got? Did I give you? Please remind me. This code, no? Okay, I will give it to you. Yeah. So stage 4 we have to start with. So please grab a book and a pen for the stages which are coming after this. Okay. So this is so first of all I tell you why we need convolution neural network. Okay. So up to stage 3 we have understood what is convolution and what is pooling. Convolution is just like filters which you use in your mobile phone. So it's like you use your filters to make yourself look good, but in machine learning you use filters to identify the features of the image which you have sent to the machine learning model. And convolution network is, you can say, a step forward. Convolution, you understood the methodology, but now you will be implementing to get your neural network. So henceforth, it is named as convolution neural network. And why we will use a convolution neural network? Will we use a convolution neural network for NLP? How many of you say yes? Yes. How many of you use convolution neural network for let's say data processing, text processing? Will anyone use it? Okay. So generally, most of the times, convolution neural network is only used for object detection or image classification. And sometimes at the beginner levels, or you can say the R&D is still going on for the NLP part. Okay, so why we will use for NLP, that's a separate domain. Okay, so here let's dive into the convolution neural network directly. So over here you need to understand this code first. So can anyone tell me how many layers are there in this? Can you please count? Those are able to see, please count and tell me. 7, let's count. The first layer it is written, we can see the model is being defined, which is saying that tf.keras.model.sequential. Next, tf.layers 1, convolution 2D. So 2D is like 2 times layer. So convolution 2D. Next is match pooling. So 1, 2. Now you may say, sir, Over here we have convolution 2D, match pooling, again convolution 2D, and again match pooling. So you are getting the, so why I have written it multiple times? Are you getting it? So those who are getting it, please try to understand. At the first layer, we are doing the convolution for the first time, and at the second layer, again we are doing it for the second time. Okay, everyone? So over here, as a beginner, okay, since we are starting a journey towards machine learning model, over here we will consider that this is the first layer convolution 2D, next match pooling, second layer, third layer convolution 2D, fourth layer match pooling, fifth layer pattern, sixth layer dense, and seventh layer is again dense. Okay, since we are beginners, we are thinking in this way. But when you just go towards the industry side, you will consider that convolution 2D and match pooling will be a one layer. Okay, they will be stacked on each other. The neurons which are there, they are capable enough to do the work of match pooling plus convolution also. So you will write some advanced code. So then, when you consider convolution and match pooling as one layer, so how many layers are there? Please try to guess. So see, convolution and match pooling are there for 2 times. So 2 layers, 2 plus 3, 5. Okay. So please remember these both scenarios. Okay. As the beginning, the person is new, you will consider all there are 7 layers. But when you go towards the industry, there are only 5 layers. And convolution and match pooling are stacked on each other. Okay. And by looking over here, you can just find out how many neurons are also there. Can anyone tell me how many neurons are there? 64 neurons. So that 64 neurons are what they are indicating towards. Any guess? Any guess? When convolution you are doing, when you use 64, what you are indicating to? What is the main purpose of convolution? Filtering. So what 64 indicating? Neurons, okay. Another level of filters. Yes, filters. It's filters. It is indicating there are 64 filters. Okay, you remember yesterday I showed you 2 filters, that is horizontal and vertical. So over here we have some more additional filters. Okay, so you need not to deep dive like how the filter or the matrix will look like and rest. And just relax and it's very easy. Many documents are available. Don't go for the R&D part. Okay, so in this code 64 is indicating there are 64 filters. 64 filters which you are using, and you are using how many matrix? It's 3x3 matrix. Each filter is having 3x3 matrix. So 3x3 matrix into 64. That's the values you will get for a filter. And next you can see input shape. Input shape we are performing the convolution on the fashion MNIST. Okay, this I hope you are able to figure it out by looking at 28 into 28. This is the fashion MNIST data on which we are performing the convolution neural network. So that is the reason why it is given 28 by 28. And next you may say, sir, why that one is written? So that one is color depth. Okay, color depth, or you can say you are telling that telling the layer that you please concentrate on this one color depth data. Okay, so it means once the convolution is done, convolution is performing the filtering part, and it will get the features. In that features, it will concentrate only on one major color concentration. That's the black color, whichever color comes up. In our case, it's black and white, so it will concentrate on only black color. Okay? So that's only one color depth it is picking up. And next is, and this color depth over here, you may say, sir, how it is only taking black? Okay, so it's your coding again. So among the filters which you are deciding, right, those filters are indicating that I want only black color only. You remember yesterday I told, if you want to see the white color objects, then you will inverse the filters. Now you will use separate filters to get only white color objects, and you will remove the black color objects. Okay, so that's the 64 filters, and it will only pick up one color depth, that is the vibrant color, black color. Next is the second layer, tf.layers.layers.match pooling. The match pooling, what it does, it will decrease the size of your picture. If your picture is 512, it will decrease it to somewhere around 250. Okay, and it's over, in this case, it's 28, right? So it will decrease to 14. Next layer is the same again, 64 filters, 3 into 3 filter, and I hope you remember the redo. Can anyone help me to recollect redo? Anyone? Yeah, if you are getting any negative values, it will make it to 0. Yeah, so that is redo and activation are used for optimizing your data. Okay, and next is say match pooling, and these three I hope you are very similar with that. The flat and dense, and again the dense is there. And over here, just you concentrate on the numbers. So flat converts the 2-dimensional array to 1D array. Next dense is having 128 neurons. So dense here consists of 128 neurons. And next another dense is having again 10 neurons. So can anyone recollect for me why there are only 10 neurons? 10 categories, right? And then there are again we have softmax. Softmax picks up the largest value. We have series, 8 series are there. So it sees some combinations are there 0 by 1. And in that we can pick up the 1, the maximum highest number. So this is the CNN code. Clear everyone? Yeah, please. 1 minute. It's after the code. First it will be constellation, then constellation, then planetary, then yeah, how the code, how the format, how to yeah, so that's a good question. Third is asking that how the layers will be looking like. So which layer comes first? So everyone please remember the way how you write the code from top to bottom is the same way the layers will be arranged in sequence. Okay? So in that sequence, the first layer is convolution, the second layer is transformation, the third layer is convolution. Okay everyone? Clear? Yes. Any doubts? Yes, same method. Yeah, any doubts on this? Nothing sir, nothing sir. Yeah. So moving ahead, please read this code. The people who are able to see it, please try to read it. If you are not able to understand, you can ask. And those who are not able to see, don't worry. This code is again there in the lab. Yeah. So that's what is being indicated. The first. So as I told, now I'm able to see they are stacked on each other. That's why I have combined it. Okay. And now here comes the math part coming up. So over here, this is the model summary of your model, the model which you are creating. Okay, and these are your layers. Okay, which are given over here. So don't worry about none. Why it is written? Just ignore it. You see the values which are given after none. Please observe. And you can see a layers name. The layers names are at the first column. Then after that, you can see the layers details like how many filters are there, common data, input shape filters, and so on. And then they are you can see the parameters. So these many number of parameters should be learned by your machine learning model. Okay. So let's do some math. Everyone, please grab a book and a pen. Can anyone tell me how is 640 came for the first layer? Anyone? Any guess? 26. So anyone thinking we gave the input shape as 28 by 28, but over here 26 by 26 is there. What's that? My image size, I'll just show you. You please observe, my image size is 28 by 28. But when I see my model summary, it is saying that 26 by 26. What might have happened? Is it a false? Yes or no? Is it a problem, right? Is it a problem or not? How many of you say yes? Only one or two? Simple logic, everyone. See, the code I gave 28 by 28. But when I completed the training model, everything is done. I see my model summary That is saying 26 by 26. Is there anything more in my code? No. Why I didn't. That's the input shape directly, sir. 26 by 26 didn't. So everyone observe. This is the first layer. In this, nothing has happened. So 26 by 26 is given as an input to the configuration layer, and then so on. Going to the remaining layer. Yeah, please.
It truncated left and
sorry.
Truncated X and
1 minute. I is coming to the 1 minute.
Sir, we get the 28 by 28.
Okay. I'm able to get the answer. I'll explain that now.
Adding is not adding the margin output of the
Okay, let's compare these options. 70%. I'll just give you a full clarity, everyone. Please observe what is the filter I am applying. What is the filter size? 3 by 3? Yes. Okay, I will draw that for you. So 3 by 3 and 3 by 3. So, yesterday we had learned that if you are applying 3 by 3 filter, then you should also have a data of 3 by 3, right? Yes? Yes or no? Yeah, so I'll just show you now. So now why that 28 has reduced to 26 as well? So observe, let's consider this is an image. Okay? This is one of the image which is there in some data. Okay? And let us apply our grid to it. So pixels are there, right? I'm applying the pixel grid now. Okay, this is my pixel grid. When the pixel grid is applied, now convolution will be done. So like before going to it, the image has to be passed to the convolution. So what happens is, let us take the example of the first few sets of pixels. Now when I take those first set of pixels, it will look like this. Right? When I take the first set of pixels, let's consider that I want to select the first pixel. Now you please observe, my filter is 3 into 3, and what is the, how much is it? This is the first pixel I want to consider to apply the filter. Please observe. Yesterday we took the 192. We consider 192 as the center pixel, the neighboring pixels were picked up. Remember? I'll just show you. Yeah, this one. 192 was picked up and oh sorry, this is cooling. Yeah, over here please check. So see, this is 192 picked up. 192 is considered to be a center pixel. It's considered as 192 is considered as center pixel and remaining neighbors are common. That's how you can form the 3 by 3 matrix of your data. Now I am doing the same over here. Let's consider this first pixel as the center pixel. Are there any neighbors? Are there any neighbors? Top? No. Left side? No. Yeah. At the bottom we have. At the bottom we have and at the right side we have. Yes? So that is the reason why we couldn't take the first pixel. If you take this first pixel, how it will look like this? It's having only a partial data. Something like this. The remaining data is not there. Remaining data is question mark. Okay, and this would be one. Okay. This would be your pixel looking like somewhere. Okay, so if you consider that again, so this pixel is busy, these grid will be picked up and amount it will be coming. Okay, so it's something like 2 by 2 matrix. If I set my filter to 2 by 2, yes, then it can be considered. But again, at the top, again nothing is there. Again, you will be seeing an empty cell. Okay? So let's consider the second one. If I take the second one now, are there any neighbors? Left and right, left and right, bottom are there, but at the top, no, right? We can't consider. So third pixel is also not considered. Now, if you consider this third one, are the neighbors are there? Yes. So over here with this, you can understand that when you are using the filter which is having 3 by 3, then for sure your entire pixel, one pixel row from the top and one pixel row from the left side. It will be cut off. Getting my point? It will be removed. It will be removed so that you can pass your data to the filter and then it can perform the convolution. Got it everyone? Any doubts on this? You can please ask. This is slightly confusing. If you are able to identify, imagine it, you can understand. Any doubts in this? Okay. So this will be there in the study material. So please try to understand this part. Neighbors are not there. That is the reason why the picture is not selected. The 1 and 2 are, let's consider 1 and 2 as central pixels. Neighbors are not there. That's why I can't consider a pixel for my data model. But here when you come to me, yes, neighbors are there. I can consider that. Okay. So that's why you can see 26. So you will always decrement by 2. Whenever you apply a filter of 3 by 3 and try to do the convolution, it will always decrement by 2. And next, you see over here, this is done. Now next input set to the max pooling. Max pooling, as we observed yesterday, it will half your data. It will cut your image. So you can see the pixel is 26 into 26. It's half to 13 into 13. Okay, and 64. Got it. 64 are the number of filters which we are applying. Next convolution. So this again 30 minus 2, 11. So 11 has come up, 11, 11 and 64. So 64 is again your filter. Number of filters. And after that 11 is again you can say it's half and it's taken to the boundary of value. So that is 5. So 5 into 5 and 64. So these layers understood everyone? Any doubt, please raise your hand. Okay, so these layers I hope you have understood. Now you please tell me how the parameter numbers are came up. Please tell me how the number of parameters came up. Any guesses? Don't say that 64 into 10 is 1. That's not the answer. Yeah, that's the estimated answer. That's not the answer. 64 filters into 10 categories, right? You mean to say everyone. That's not the right answer.
26 into 26 plus 64.
26 into 26? Yeah. And after that? 26 into 26 into by 64 is any other? Any other answer? Okay. So I'll just help you out with this. So how many other filters we have? What is the input layer? Please observe input layer. Over here the code is there, right? 64. How many? What's the matrix? 3 to 3. 3 to 3, and then thereafter how many collective type 1? 1. Okay. Let's do the math. Okay. So over here it's reduced, right? So first of all, the parameters will be based upon the filter. Convolution is doing what? Applying the filter now. Anything else is doing? No, right? It's applying the filter. So filters are there as 3 into 3, and what's the color depth which we have? That's 1. Color depth, white and color. That's 1. And plus 1. This, are you able to understand this formula? This is your number of filters. Filter size, I mean. 3 to 3 matrix. 1 is your color depth. 1 is your color depth. And this plus 1 is generally used for the bias part. So you can just leave it. Y bias and you just leave it. It's for the neural network. And then thereafter, into how many number of filters you have? 64. Now you please try to do the math. Are you getting 640? Try to do the multiplication. 3 into 3, 9. 9 into 1, 9. Plus 1, 10. 10 into 64, 640. Yes? Yes or no? Okay. Now going to the next step. Everyone please take a picture of this slide. Please take it. It will be useful for your reference. Please take a picture. From one, sir, anyone from front row, take a picture of this and post it to the group. Yeah, so this person will post it. Don't worry everyone. This person will post it in the group. Okay? Anyone? Okay. Yeah, that's right. So this first line, understood everyone? This first part, how we are getting 640. And next there are no learnable parameters. Why? Because it is doing pooling, right? Nothing we are learning from pooling. Pooling is only used to rescale your image, reduce the size of it. That's why you can see 0. Now let's try to find out how you are getting this number. Try it, that is 36,928. Try how we are getting that number. This is the same formula. It's the same formula. I'll wait for a minute, try to solve it. If anyone gets the answer, you can raise your hand. And I can give you a hint. That is, please observe, from the convolution 2D, there are 64 filters. Means 64 layers in output, 64 neuron output are going to the convolution 2D. Okay, that is the hint. Try to do the math now. 64 from the layer 1. Consider this 2. Convolution 2D and math pooling as 1 layer. These are 1 layer. From this layer, the data is going to convolution 2D 3. Okay, it's going to this layer. So 64 outputs from layer 1 are coming to as 64 inputs to convolution 2D underscore 3. Now try to do the math. You can use your calculators on your desktop or in your mobile phone. Try once. Okay, so I will help you out to do the math. Yeah, got the answer? Yes, sir. Okay, I will just do it for you. Everyone, please, you can look at the board. I will help you to solve the question. Okay, so over here, how much is the matrix? Beta matrix. 3 by 3? 3 by 3, yes, I got. And how much is the color depth?
64.
Color depth I must. Observe over here. Did I give the color depth? No, color depth is not there. So leave it. So now next. So color depth is not there. Okay. So now I give you the hint. That is from the layer 1, 64 outputs are coming as inputs to layer 2. So what should I write? 3 into 3? 64.
Plus
3 into 3? 64. Plus 1. Now you try to figure it out. Are you getting the answer? That is 36,928. This number, are you getting it, everyone? Please check. You can try it here. This is the layer 2 formula. Yeah, shall I go ahead? Can you show the answer if you want me to go ahead? So please write down this formula on this calculation. I will give you a homework. There are 2 more models are there, 2 more scalar models are there. For that we need to try to solve this. Sorry? Oh, wait. Sorry, I just forgot. Yeah, so how many people are there? Yeah. In layer 2 you have 64 filters, right? That also you need to multiply. We did it in the previous one. Over here it's there. Over here it's there. I wrote 64 because layer 1 was having 64 filters. Now those other, again these 64 filters will definitely give you output. That output is passed to the layer 2. That is the reason why I have written over here into 64. Because 64 inputs you are getting. That need to be done. Need to be multiplied with the matrix of the layer 2 filters. And then thereafter, again you will have 64 number of filters. So totally there are 36,928 parameters which have to be learned by your machine learning model.
So what is 64 represent?
Why?
64 represents.
Yeah, so Sunil is saying that why I am taking 64 again. So previously I took the color depth as 1. Now over here why there is 64, so that is answer. It's a simple answer, sir. See, this is layer 2. I'll just draw it to you. This are you able to understand, sir? This is our layer 1. Layer 1 consists of these first two. Convolution tooling underscore 2, max tooling underscore 2. 2D indicates your 2-dimensional data. So now this layer 1 is having nothing. It doesn't have any samples coming into it, right? This is the starting point. This is the starting point and nothing is coming to You are passing the inputs. That's why I written as the inputs which I am passing are these 3 into 3 matrix. That's your filter. Into 1. That's your color depth. Plus 1. That's for the bias over. Then these, how many filters we have? 64 into 64. This gives you this answer, that is 640. Okay. Now this layer will pass the outputs. How many filters are there? 64. 64 neurons will provide the outputs to layer 2. That is the reason why you are not 3 by 3 again in this. This also has a filter. It's having 3 by 3. It is receiving 64 inputs from layer 1. So 64. Okay? This plus 1 bias whole into number of filters present in that layer. That is 64. This results you in 36, 928. Okay, sir? Clear? Anyone else having any other doubt in this? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Second layer, relaxing model is coming from one layer. So the second layer relaxing model is coming from layer. So whatever this means, everyone how to classify the inputs with layer. This part is doing multiple times.
Yeah, so sir is everyone needs to listen. So sir is saying why color depth is not coming in the second part. Now it's a simple answer for that. The color we all know our dominant color is black. Yes or no? So this first layer can do that only. That's enough. The first layer itself can identify the majority of the color that are black. So that is the reason why color depth is not coming to the second layer. Because already we know that is the black color data. Yesterday we saw that we applied only one single filter, we could see the vibrant color that is black. That's why only color depth is only introduced into the first layer only. It's not coming to the second layer. So the formula will be, please remember, this is color depth. This is color depth. In the first formula which you see, one which I am writing, that is color depth. The 64 which I am writing, this 64 are the input values from L1. Okay, got it everyone? So you need not consider the color depth for second layer. You need to consider how many values are coming from layer 1. Yes. I will show you for if you want it, yeah. So everyone, again I have a good question. The man is saying that can I decrease the 64 filters? Yes, you can do that. You can use it in multiples of 2. 32 like that. You can increase it to 32 or some multiples of 2. So why I suggest that it's multiple of 2 is that it gives you an even output. Okay, so 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128 and so on. That's your pixels, right? Please think, it's your pixels, right? You are getting those values. That's why we consider the values of 2. On what basis? It's On what basis, sir? It's as of now, just taken as for example, learning purpose only. But if you insist to understand on what basis you are taking, it depends on the picture you are using. So let us say that sir was asked one question. Sir has asked one. I'll just give you an example. This is let's consider this is your image. Okay, it's having 5 pixels. Okay, so now let us say this is the size of your image. Based upon the size, you pick up your filters. Okay, so now over here our both are size. It's 28. 28 by 28. Yes or no? Based on this size, the majority number, the maximum number of filters which you can use or it is suggested is 64. Okay, so as I said, based on your image, first thing is the first line itself over here. The majority of your work is done in the first layer itself. Your input shade and the filter and the number of filters, that's your work. Number of filters depends upon the pixel rate. That is, over here you have 28 by 28. If you have 5 into 5, go for another layer. Go for top. Increase the number. And increasing the number means, see, there are 2 ways again in that. I'll just put it to you. So there are 2 ways. So what you can do is, we can use 2 combinations. Let us consider that we are having images of 300, which we saw previously. Not 300, it was 500. 500 pixels. We saw 500 pixels. So there are 2 ways to apply the filters. So you can either apply 16, 32, 128 and so on. You can do it like this, or you do the reverse of it. It's 128, 32, 16 and so on. So generally we go for 16 only, the minimum. Okay, so this part, if I tell you, you won't understand. If you try to do in the lab part, then you will understand. Over here I will give you the lab. You can alter the number of filters. You alter the number of filters, you see the output which you are getting. Okay, so that's based on experience. Okay. So I hope this part is understood. Up to this layer here, how you got this number 36928. So next again 0. Next again 0 because we are doing math putting. Now you people tell me how I got 1600. How I got 1600. Above layer. Now over here up to this your job is done. Everything is done. Now we are going for the remaining part. So maximum convolution is done over here only. Apart from that, nothing is done related to the convolution part. Now you can tell me how I got 1600. Simple. The math is 5 into 5 into 64. You can try it at your end. You can open the calculator. You will get 1600. The bias is not there. If you put the bias also, it's this one bit count. Bias is generally not required when you go for pattern. Pattern doesn't care about biasing pattern. It doesn't do any processing. See, you will apply the bias if the layers are doing some processing part, like analyzing the data or analyzing the image or analyzing the text. But when you come to the pattern is not doing that part. Pattern is just converting your 2-dimensional array to 1D array. It's only a conversion. So we need not apply the bias, or no additional weight should also be used for pattern. Okay, so pattern doesn't learn anything. Yeah. Next, we are coming to the dense. So now over here, dense what? Why does 128 has come up? Or 128 came?
128
because we wrote the code itself. 128 neurons, right? Now you people tell me how I got that number. So it's something like we have
1600 plus 1 into 128.
Yes, absolutely right. Your flat data 1600
Plus bias
plus 1
into number of neurons.
and then thereafter how many number of neurons are there? 120. So you can get the answer something like 3 lakh, which is there. And so on. Next, if you go to the last layer, how much is there? Neurons are there? 10 neurons? 10 neurons, and how that number came? 1200. It's the same formula, yes. 128 and into 10. Okay, everyone? So over here you may say, sir, why I am not using again the previous 64 something like that. Did anyone get that out? As we did for layer 1 and layer 2, we took the input values, no? 64. This one. This one. 64 we wrote, no? Are there any filters over here? They are not. It is just sending the data, that's all. We are not applying any filters or not doing anything else with the data. We are just taking the data, completing that layer, does it work? Follow it to the second layer. So you can consider that, that's why I told you at the beginning, flatten is used to convert your 2D array to 1D array. The dense layers are very simple layers. They are only used for repetition transfer. Or you can say they are only used for the you can just say that the optimizer and the losses are generated by these dense layers. Okay, you see the loss and optimizer, right? So these two layers are responsible to give that values, the loss rate or the accuracy. Okay, so did everyone understand this? What is happening? Clear? The math part? Is it understood, everyone? Any doubts? You can raise your hand. Any doubt? No?
Sir, can you elaborate that in some part we are introducing like bias, but in some part we don't care about the bias. How to distinguish?
Okay. So sir is asking that in some layers are using bias and in some layers are not using bias, right? Yeah. So everyone please try to understand. Memorization 2D is doing some process to the image, yes or no? Mass pooling is doing the process, yes or no? Next, you have convolution 2D underscore 3. It is also doing some process on your image. It's processing your image, right? Now next, mass pooling underscore 3. It is also doing some processing on your image. Decreasing your image size, it's processing, right? Up to these first 4 layers which you see, these will have the bias because they are doing some processing on your image. Okay, they are doing some processing on your image. That's why you are having plus or minus 1 bias. Okay, so plus or minus 1. It's a very left concept. You can just do it in the lab practical. You can understand. You see the outputs, then you will see plus or minus x. And next is flatten. So flatten is not doing any process. It is just converting your 2D array to 1D array. Simple, it's not doing any process on your data. Whatever data you have, it's converting it, that's all. If I tell you, it's simple. In your laptops, you have document, right? You have a Word document. You convert that Word document to a PDF. Are there any changes to your data? No. Similarly, flatten is also working. It is converting your data into 1D array, that's all. That's why we are not having bias for it. Later on again, dense and again the next dense is there, they are again processing your data. They are processing your data for the accuracy and loss. That is why we are using bias. Got it, sir? Here. Yeah. So now next compiling the training model. So this is again very simple to understand. First you specify the you can say this line, the first line is your optimizer. We are using fashion and data, so we are working with images. So I am using Atom. Next to loss creator is sparse, and metrics is a accuracy. Metrics accuracy means it will show you that 0.929394 like that. So that is your accuracy. So metric will display that accuracy levels. When you run the epoch, right, it will be displaying the accuracy. Next, model.summary. So when you enter model.summary, this you will get as output. so this is the same code output I am showing you for the lab which you are going to perform now. So if you want to find out your model summary, you need to enter the command that is model.summary. That will give you like this, output like this, in the same way. Next, we are going to train the model, and after training the model, we are going to test the model. Okay, I hope these two lines are pretty clear to you by now. Model.fit is for training. To find out the test, you will use test.const. Yes, sir. This one, give it over. Yeah, any other doubt? Any other doubt of the compilation part? So now to perform the lab, please open the important document. Yeah, please take that. Please open the important document in your, it's already there in the WhatsApp group description. Open it and there the link is there, important document. Open the important document and you can start doing the lab for stage 4. Use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl plus F9. You will be able to see all the code segments will run at a time. Yeah, yes, everyone please do it at your end. Use the combination that is Ctrl plus F9 and click on run anyway. When you click on run anyway, all the code segments will run at a time. So over here you need to understand two things. That is number of layers, first part. Number of layers which I have already given. So you are given two examples. The code without convolution, the code with convolution. These are the CNN, convolution layer layers. So you try to understand the difference. Without convolution, how much accuracy you are getting, how the code is written, and you try to understand how the data is looking after you complete the convolution. Okay, so this is okay, this is having convolution data. Maybe I guess. Yeah, over here. This code is without you can say convolution. You see the accuracy. That's the main point you need to observe. The accuracy, and you need to consider the epoch count also. See, epoch count is nothing but repetition. Okay, you need to observe the epoch count. So you may see, sir, I am trying to run the code, the first code, and I am trying to run the code which is second code which is also having the convolution. I am getting the same output, sir. You may say. You please look at the epoch also. In the second code, the epoch count is wantingly decreased. You increase the count, your accuracy rate will also increase. Okay? Please check it out at your end. Yeah, so over here, this is your model summary which has been showcased. Okay, The same model summary, the same code which I copied, from here only I copied. So the same I have explained, you can also do the math and write down this. Yes. Yes, that's a good question again. The sir is saying that when I am using this code lab and when I try to run the code, is it getting the data all the time? Yes, it is getting. Because this code lab which is provided to you, it is only used for one time. Means you run the code, that's all. Again, if you open it, again you have to run from the starting. That's where you use import and everything. Okay? So, please complete this at your end now. You can keep checking the outputs of it. So yes, everyone are you able to do the lab? Are you able to see the outputs? Anyone facing any errors in the lab, please intimate please. Anyone facing any errors in the code lab, please let me know. So sometimes code lab may not run because it depends upon the email ID which you are using. As I told you, if you are using a personal mail ID, immediately you will get the output. If you are using a college mail ID, it will take some time to provide you the output. Yes. So shall we go ahead, everyone? Or you want more time? If you need time, please raise your hand. Okay, please do it. Yeah. So another question coming up from sir is saying that I want to get all of these code labs to run on my device. Instead of running in a code lab, he wants to run the code in his own device. So what you want to do is open the unit 1, that is programming neural network. In unit 1, open the first stage, that is hello world to machine learning. In that, open the first chapter or first page, which is before you start. Before you start, you need to go to that page, the first one. Yeah. So everyone, in that, scroll down till the end, go till the end. When you go till the end, over there you can read. If you want to set up the lab on your own, you need to get a Python IDE, Python environment, and you need to download the dependencies which are your TensorFlow and NumPy. Okay, so if you are having the Python environment, you can directly copy the code and run it in your environment itself. Yeah, so people, sir is asking instead of ID, can I go with the scripts? Yes, you can. Actually, I will recommend that to do, because if you use IDE, you become lazy, because suggestions are coming up, and immediately many people stay there. So as a new learners, you can advise the students to use the scripts first. Write their code as the script or Notepad or Notepad++ and run it in the Python console. Okay, then it will be good. If it is yes, what you need to get expensive. It's not a extension based. It doesn't have plugins, right? It is a what? It is DS code type or Eclipse. Dependencies are not, and directly get the codes. You need you have to with 3, right? With 3 commands. Now, and then when you get the script and you will directly get it. This is the console. Anyone else having any other? Ah, yes. Sorry. It increase the inbox. Inbox or you change the algorithm problem. See, if you want to increase the accuracy, first of all you have to check your layers. If the layers are working fine, and then try to increase your default count. If still you have increased the default count something like 10 to 15 or 20, still you are not getting the accuracy as per your desired level. Then look at your code. Look at your layers which are there, restructure it again. Yes, so sir is saying that's again a good question. So sir is saying that what is the you can say what is the benchmark of the accuracy levels. So for the training data your accuracy should be 95, generally recommended by the industry. For training data your accuracy should be 95, and for the testing data it should be somewhere around 93. So it can be 92.667 like that, it can be 91, okay, 91, 92 like that. It can be accepted on the test data, okay, and don't make your test data give you greater results. Okay, I'll give you one simple scenario. Okay, yeah, so I will give you one simple scenario. Please look at over here. So let us consider your training data. Training data is providing you something like accuracy of 95%. Okay, and your training data and your test data is providing you accuracy of 91 or somewhere approx to 93 or near values to 93. Okay, then this is fine. This can be accepted. But the reverse, like test data giving you 95 and training data giving you 91 or 93, then this is overfitting. The people who belong to AIML background, I hope you know what is overfitting. Okay, it means overfitting is nothing but you train your model so much. I will just tell you. Yeah. Let's consider these 3 pens. Okay. Let's consider these 3 pens. Everyone please look. The people who don't know the meaning of overfitting, I am helping you all. Let us consider these 3 pens. And among these 3 pens, let's consider the red and blue to be your training data. Okay. Red and blue to be your training data. And you will pass it on. And your training data gave an output of somewhere around, as it is saying, 91 to 93. Okay. Later on, you will give this black pen. The model will consider that this black pen is also a red, and it will give you higher accuracy. Okay. So that's why you need to make sure that your test data accuracy should always be less than your training data accuracy. Okay, it means that you train your model so much that whatever it sees, it's saying that it's a pen. It's not irrespective, it's not looking at the color, it's not looking at the shape of color. That's where the overfitting comes up. Okay, got it everyone? Clear? Got it, sir? So, let's go ahead now. Shall I go ahead or you need more time? Please let me know. Those who need more time, you can raise your hand. Okay. So stage 5 is our complex images. So now stage 5 and stage 6 are similar. Okay? Once again I am repeating, stage 5 and stage 6 are similar. Just the amount of data set is increased, that's all. Let us say for stage 5 you are having 100, for stage 6 you will have somewhere 200 or 300, that's all. Okay, the amount of data set which you are having, it is large. So over here in this stage 5, we are going to consider the complex images. The complex images are you able to see there are a horse? There is a horse. There is a horse and there is a human being. Now I request everyone, please closely observe these pictures. I'll wait for a minute. Please closely observe. Yeah, please observe. Okay, so I hope everyone is good at image perception. So let's start with the images now. So how many legs are there? 4. The first image is having 4 legs. That's and it's a horse definitely. And this is a horse again. It's having we can see only 3 legs in the image. You can see first leg, second leg, and third leg. 3 legs. Next that's a human. That's a girl standing in a beach. Okay, I am able to see the full body of the human being. Next, this is also there. This is also a human being, definitely, but it's a shadow. And you can see that it's a shadow, first point. Next, you are not able to see the hands. These are the hands are folded. You are not able to see the hands. Next, you are not able to see the foot of the person. The foot of the person is not there. Okay? Now next to horse. Next to horse, only you are able to see the front side of the horse. Okay? Front side of the horse and 2 pictures. Next, there is again a girl, some beach I guess in a park, and you can see that her picture is up to the knees only, and below the knees the picture is cut off. And the next is again a human being. It's again a human being. We are able to see the hands and everything. We are not able to see the foot, first point, and the picture clarity is less. It's dark. So in this, if I tell you to train a model based on humans and horse, how you will do it? How you will do it? According to the concepts which we have learned till now, we are able to see the full image of the object. That is either a shoe or a t-shirt or any other. But over here you are able to see a partial images. Now you tell me how you can train the model. Because if I do it, I'll tell you one scenario. If I just do it on this data, such kind of data, you may say, I will just pass such kind of data, n number of data to a data model and I will train it. If you do that, over here I am able to see 2 legs of a horse. Yes or no? And if you are able to see 2 legs of a horse, and let us consider that the AI the model which is there, it is trained on this all of these data. Okay, and then you try to pass this kind of image, similar kind of image which is of a girl over here. It will give you an output, or you can say there is a possibility that you will get an output stating that it is a horse, because in this picture there is again 2 legs only, right? There are 2 legs only, and human beings also having 2 legs. So any suggestions you can provide? Sorry, you have only this picture. So Sapindra saying you will take full picture. No, that's not possible. You have only this kind of data set.
We can make labels to the particular pictures.
Sorry? Okay, so you mean I think you can say filters? I can filter it more so that it's a homogeneous. Yeah, that's good answer, yes. First answer I got. Now I am saying that I can arrange the filters in such a way that I can get the objects or the features of the image clearly. Yes, that's the first point, that's the first answer. Next, second answer. Any other answer? Great. Labeling, yeah. Labeling, yes, I can do that. How can I do that? We don't have any data set. See, till now, the stages which we did, we have the data set. Okay? Now consider you don't have the data set. You don't have the data set, you only have to do it. You don't have a data set which is assigned with the labels. Right? That is good. That can be done. I'm asking about another concept. I am saying that, I'll just make it clear from my end. I am saying that till now we had the data which was having a data set and along with that the labels to it. Yes or no? Transaction list was having the test data and the training data along with the labels. Next we went to the asset. Asset is also having an image and label to it. But now when we are reaching to stage 5, I am saying that let us consider that we have the images but we don't have the labels to it. What you will do, I am asking. Will you open each and every image and write a label? That's not possible at all. Any guesses? That's quite complex. Actually, that's can be done.
So we normalize the images.
Yeah, someone possible. Yes, anyone else from here? We will organize someone also.
So normalizing.
Sorry?
We normalize the images. What is the shape of the image?
See, I am saying, now I am asking question that I have the data set, I want to get the labels of it. How? Will you open every image and write a label? No. Then?
Classification.
Good. Yeah, so I can get the answer. I guess sir was beginning to hear it, I guess. Maybe he is quite a bit learner, I guess, about the concepts. So yes, sir has said about the classifications. Now, what does classification mean? I will tell you. So I have two folders. Over here, let's consider two folders are there. My left hand is horses and right hand is humans. Okay, if I am getting all the human horses pictures, I will put it in the folder which is there on my left hand. If I get all the human pictures, I will put it on the folder which is there in my right hand. Over here, I am able to diversify the data. I am able to diversify that classification. Right? Now coming to the second task, I want to define the labels to it. I want to write the labels to it. So writing the label is nothing but if the horse is horse, you will write horse. Yes or no? If the image is horse, you will write horse. If the image is human, you will write human. That's a label. Yes or no? So what we are going to do is this part. What we will do is let us consider that this is your master data set where all images are there. Now from these images you will diversify your data. First data set is your training data set. Second data set is your validation data set. Validation data set is nothing but your testing data. And in those again you will create two subdirectories. Those two subdirectories are horses and humans. And you will have the images accordingly. In the horses folder you will have all the horses images. In the humans folder you will have all the humans folders. Human images, sir. And same at the validation also. Now once your folder is ready, once your subdirectories are ready like this in this format, then you are going to use the image data generator. Image data generator, what it does is it will assign, let us say we are having a human image. It will take the human image, it will see that in which directory it is there. It will be there in the humans directory, means humans folder. It will assign that humans directory name to the image as a label. Getting my point, everyone? So you need not to open any image and try to write it down. You just put it in the folder, pass it to the image generator, and the image generator will automatically label that image which is there in that directory based upon the directory name. Please remember. In this case, you need to make sure that that folder name is written properly according to your label name which you want. That is the only condition you need to remember. Okay? So, up to this point clear? And we can see we will have two directories. horses and humans, and we have the validation directory. Okay, these parts clear, understood? So with this, I will take a break. I will give you a break now. Thank you so much for staying tuned till now. Please go for a tea break and we will get back after 15 minutes. Okay, that is by 11:45. Okay, thank you so much. So this point, subdirectories, creating the folders. Yeah. So let's go ahead. So this is how you can generate your labels. So this is for your training. The code is very simple. For your validation and for training, it's same. Just need to change the name of the directory. So it is always suggested that you use your parent directory. So what is the parent directory? Anyone? Here it is. Parent directory. For validation, it's validation dir. For training, training underscore dir. Okay. Now over here you may get a question. Sir, you said parent directory. Yes, I said parent directory. Yeah. So if you look at this data set, what is the parent directory actually? It's your images. Yeah. Now here comes a twist. It's your dependency, or you can say it's up to you how your model is performing. Based upon that, you will change your directory. Okay. What you will do is, you remember yesterday when I was calling the KRs, for keeping it clear and making it executionally perfect, I used tf.keras.deras.sequential. Remember? But today I am using only keras.sequential. Okay, so that's what is implied over here also. Same is implied over here. What you can say lower images or training data from the parent directory. Got my point? Yesterday we saw that, right? TensorFlow, import keras from TensorFlow. That's what we said there. That can be applied over here also. So now you may say, sir, at which place or at which time I have to decide this. That depends upon the images which you are using. How complex your images are, based upon that you change the directory. Okay, got it everyone? If your directory is very simple, okay, just go with the normal parent sub-parent directories and you can work with them. If your data is too large and you are not able to handle it, and one of the cases that you don't know the images in it. See, we cannot open each and every image and see that. So some people are familiar with the data set which they are having and some people may not be familiar with it. So at that time, the scenario will occur. You can use parent directory or sub-parent directory. So as of now, these images are known to me and they are very limited. They are maximum to 100, I guess, 100 or 200. Just I forgot the number, but it's very less. You can count it also. So that is the reason I am going with the sub-parent directory using the same name, that is training dir and validation dir. Now, what's our target size? Please observe our target size. You can see over here at the top. That's our training. Over here at the top. Target size is 300 by 300. It means your image pixels are 300 into 300. Previously we had 28 into 28. Now it is 300 by 300. Okay. So that's the target size. So target size is nothing but the images which are using. That's it. Next is batch size. Now batch size, it's like how many images you want to send it at a time. Okay. So when you are training a model, so once the cycle is running, like once epoch is running, how many images you want to send at a time? That you are setting up. So yeah, I could just reiterate this now. These images are having total number of images in this are 1024. If you want, please write it down in your head. The horse and human data set has totally 1024 images. Please write down. The horse and the human data set has totally 1024 images. Okay, and 1024 is very less number. Okay, so don't take that it's a very big number. It's a very less number when it is compared to the industries or the corporates. Okay, so generally maybe the people who have done the research in AI and ML, Okay, I have met few couple of them over here itself. They might have trained their model with lakhs of data sets. I hope that is what is happening. When you train your model, you will be loading lakhs of images. Okay, so compared to lakhs, 1000 is very small. Okay, so 1024 and the batch size is 128. Now this 128, generally it's like getting the even numbers from your total data set. Now can you divide 1024 by 128 and give me the answer? I probably 8. Yeah, 8. So generally you will be decreasing it to 80%. Okay, generally you will be decreasing it to 80%. So according to your specifications again, you decrease it to 80, you decrease it to 70, up to your choice. Okay, so that's the batch size, and after that you can see the what is that? Next is class mode. Now this class mode is very dangerous. Please write down if you need it. Class mode is very error prone. Many people till date in industry, even in Google company also, many people make a mistake over here. That is class mode. Please write down and I will tell you why we use it. You can just write down class mode hyphen error prone. Many errors will occur in this place only, and people wonder that where I am going wrong. You will never get a code error also. It will never indicate that on this line the error is there. It will always indicate that your machine learning architecture is different or your layers are not working properly. It will always indicate that. But the solution is you change the class mode, your code will run perfectly right. Okay? Yeah. So now I'll help you what does class mode define to. How many data sets we have? 2 human and horses. So can I define it as 0 and 1? Yes or no? 0 and 1. 0 are assigned to humans and 0 are assigned to humans and 1 are assigned to horses. Or even vice versa. Yes or no? That's why we are using binary. That's why I'm using binary. I have 2 data sets, that is horse and humans. That's why it's binary. If you are having more than that, you have to use categorical specification. Okay? If you are having more than 2 directories or 2 subfolders, you have to use it categorically. Yeah. So that's much you need to worry about image data generator. The only thing is you need to make sure that which directory you are calling, parent directory or sub-parent directory, based on your requirement, and you should always check what class mode you are setting. If you have only 2 files, binary, more than that, categorical. Simple. Total 1024. Everything is divided 80-20. That formula is there from facts. So everyone by default in this training for this entire faculty development program, you can fix in your mind that 80% is for training and 20% is for validation. Whichever data set is provided. Yeah. So that's how you generate the labels. Okay, it will generate the labels and automatically assign it to your files, and it will store it in the cloud lab. If you want, you can download it also from the cloud lab, which you also does. Yeah. Now this is again a simple CNN network. It's very simple, which we have used. Please see any difference you are able to identify, and the people at the last are able to see. It's enlarged now a bit. This is the max I could do. I'm so sorry if you are not able to see. Already in my slide it's very large. Let me just adjust. I'll help you there. I'll help you, don't worry. So over here, this configuration, you can see I'm going in a reverse order. Remember, I showed you like how you can apply the filters. You can go from greater to smaller or smaller to larger. Now I'll tell you the logic behind this. The logic behind this is let us consider just now in the tea break I had explained this to one of the faculty. I had explained this to everyone. Okay. So consider this is two different parts. Okay. These are two different parts. Now let us say this is your image. This is your image. Okay. In that image, let us consider the size as 28 by 28, or if we take this only 300 by 300. This is 300 by 300 image. Okay, in this 300 by 300 image, my feature or my object which I want to identify, it's over here. Okay, now I take the second example. In the second example, this image is also 300 by 300 pixel width. Now my object is this size. Please understand the difference in both of them. Now over here, you will go into the reverse order. Why? How many of you zoom pictures in your mobile phone? Everyone zoom your picture, right? If the image is small, you will, if I tell you to do it slowly, first 10%, 20%, 30%. Same is happening over here. 10%, 20%, 30%. Because that image is very small inside it, na? If you see the Google Docs in your online, you see that 100, 75%, 85%, 100% like that. Did you observe that? Why we use that? To see the images more closer, which are there in your document. That's what the same applied over here. And if you want to do it reverse, like already the image is too big, then why you go for this? You go in the reverse order. Until 128. 32, 60 and so on. Got the difference everyone? Got it? It's simply like how you enlarge the images in your mobile phone. Same algorithm. Okay? So that's why you can see it's in the reverse order now. Because in these images, I want to find out the key data. I want to find out where the horse legs are there. In the shadow there is a leg. Where it is? Where is the horse in that? Because there are multiple images. You see, there are multiple objects. Please observe. In this there is a tree. There is a tree. I don't want that tree. I want this human only. I have to zoom in and check. Okay. And yeah, so that's given over here. It's coming from 16, 32, 64, and this is 512. So 512 you can just forget, that's the tenth part. Okay, so when you go for the convolution, it's 1633, next to 30, yeah, so here we are having RGB. RGB, how many colors are there? 3. Is the number matching? 3. RGB 3. Simple. Okay, so that's done. Next is, yeah, you may wonder, sir, over here I am able to see the horse very big, right? You may say, sir, why you are not applying the second example? Why you are going in the first one? Did everyone get that idea? Everyone must have got this down. Yes or no? Why I am using the second one? Sorry, the first one is you observe over here the legs are not there. If I just see the above human body, can I detect that that's from human? I can say that's from horse also, because horses also have 2 legs over here. I want every minute detail which can identify that it's a human. If I have the full object, like full horse, full human being, then I can go with the first example. Sorry, the second example, which is given over here. Got it everyone? Got it idea? Clarity? Got it? Any doubts you can ask? Yeah. So that's the same again. Here the color depth is 3. Because we are having colored images, so we will filter it out to color depth. That is RGB, red, green, blue. And I hope remaining code you are able to understand. This is the max pooling. Max pooling is 2 by 2. Next convolution again, it's like the filters have increased. filter size is 3 by 3 matrix. Redo, same. Next, we don't have any input here because this is the second layer. Coming to the third layer, filter amount have increased. 64 3 by 3. Redo. Next, max pooling and flat. So if I summarize these layers, convolution and max pooling, they are stacked on each other. So coming up one layer. Next, convolution. So if I just count it out for you, convolution max pooling 1, these 1, these 1, 3 and plus 0.3. Totally 6 layers you have. Got it clear? And over here this pipe well is like yeah, so that pipe well will be coming up based upon the images. So how many strings will come? Means the binary codes. We are using flatten. Flatten will give you a huge number. If you see in this case 1600 came. This is again so this 1600 came for 28 by 28 images. That is 28 by 28 pixel image. We are having 300 by 300. So it will be a large number, na? That's why to handle that large amount of data, the brain should be able to think, right? If you give a large amount of data, if it wants to think, increase the number of neurons. So that's why it is increased to 5 well. And at the end, how many you are having? Here is a quite interesting thing. How many you are having at the dense? 1. How many categories we have? What is the requirement of categories? 2 or 1? Horse and human 2 categories, right? But over here only 1 is there. That's a twist. That's why I told you, you have to make sure you are class mode. That's why I told you, you have to make sure you are class mode. Your class mode is what? How many outputs it can give? At a time. Only 1, right? Either 0 or 1. That's why your dense is having only 1. If it is 0, then it's a horse. If it is a 1, it's a human. Simple output. Got it? That's why dense is having only 1 neuron. Or you can say 1 category. And the output. And same, you have, this is a new term which you are going to learn, sigmod. So sigmod is used to convert your data. So in softmax, what it does? It picks up the maximum number. In sigmod, it will see that you are getting 0 or 1. So if you get something, it will give fractions, a lot of fractions. 0.3377, 0.88, 0.99, something like that. Maximum it will be. Or when you are going for 1, above 0.5. So if it is over here, we can pick two scenarios. So less than 0.5 is it might be 0.4999999 something, and from 0.11111, or you can say 0001. These two scenarios may occur. To understand these scenarios, or you can say if you move beyond 0.5. It may be ranging from 0.50000 to 0.999. These two scenarios. If you are getting these scenarios for the above one, it is greater than less than 0.5, you will consider 0. And next, if it is greater than 0.5 and 0.9, the value ranges from 0.500 to 0.99, it will be considered to 1. That is done by sigmod. Okay, so and of course redo takes care about the not getting negative values. The values which are less than 0, make it to 0. So that is a simple CNN. Up to this part clear?
So
only filter is doubling. Max pooling will do it only good. Yeah. Every one of these, remember, max pooling always it will make any image which you give, it will make it to half. Here, no matter it's going in reverse. Okay. So only the filter pattern, number of filters which you are selecting. So sir asking sir, this is who is sitting over here, based on what, how can I select filters? This is the scenario. These are the two examples which I given. Okay, got it, sir? Right. So this is a simple CNN. Now you can tell me how much time it will take to compile the data. Compile the data or to train the data. Compilation, yeah, it can be done maximum in under 2 hours. If your system is having less resources, 2 hours it will take to compile the model. How much time it will take to train the model? If you are having good amount of resources, like 32 GB of RAM, or it might be something like 40 to 50, something like that. How much time it will take? Can you expect? Any guess, please be open to give the answers. Anyone? I can say it will take months. It will take months, and if your resources are less, like 6 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, it will easily take 1 year also. Easily answering. So you may say, sir, how are you able to say that? In the previous cases, I never said that it will take so much of time. But over here, specifically, I am telling you that it will take at least 1 year or max to 9 months to complete the training module. That is because, first of all, your data set 1024. That's the first part. Next, pixel rate. Pixel rate is equal to 300 into 300. Next, your batch size. Batch size is 128. So 128 images sent per repetition. 128 images will be sent at a time for every repetition. So now you imagine how much time. You can guess the time now. I hope everyone knows the forward propagation and backward propagation, right? If the epoch count, let us say that machine learning model is getting trained now, so the count will be going up. Like if you say, we generally show it in a circular path, but that doesn't have an action. It will be back and forth, forward propagation and backward propagation. So based upon the accuracy and the loss functions which you get, first the sequence will be going from left to right. If you consider from left to right, if it is forward, when it reaches to the right, it will check the accuracy and the optimizer accuracy. Based upon that, it will see that okay, so data model is not yet trained. Go back and train it again. So going forward is forward propagation. Coming back and changing the weights. The weights are nothing but the lines which you see, right? Those lines will carry some weights. Okay? So those lines will change its values. Change the values and that will go backward. Okay? That will go backward. Now over here you can see there are many steps happening. Yes or no? If I am having 128 and I am training the model, back and forth will be too much. Yes or no? Yes or no everyone? Am I right? How many of you say yes? The propagation will be more. So if we reduce the propagation, like let us say on an average it is taking, the maximum number of steps which is taking forward and backward propagation, we can say something like 15. Okay, so that's the maximum number. If I say I will go with the average count, on an average it is taking 8 steps. On average, it is taking 8 steps and it is able to come to the accuracy. So that's where I define the step count. That's where I define the step count. I define the step count. So step per epoch. Or generally, maximum it is taking 15 steps to provide the accuracy. That's the maximum number I'm telling. That 15 is maximum. But in some cases, on average, so I hope you know the meaning of average. On average, it's taking 8 steps to give you the same accuracy. That is the reason why I said that step counts 8. So now the time will decrease. From months, it will come to days. From years, it will come to 1 month. Got it everyone now? How I am able to try to decrease the time? So that's our step size. Okay, and next thing we are applying training step size, step per epoch, 8, validation the underscore steps, that is also 8. So 8 steps for training the model, 8 steps for validation. Now the work which you are doing, right, that will be decreased. Okay. So that just here comes the model summary now. So as I can see, many people were asking, sir, if possible, provide me a document which can support the calculation of this. Okay, so what I will do is, I will prepare a document and I will forward it to you directly. So whenever you want, you see that document and get the map. Is that convenient to everyone? Yes? And I will give the formulas also which have been used by that. So any model you pick, that is the formula you need to apply. But only caution is you need to make sure what layer it is. If you see convolution layer and you apply the formula of flatten, it's useless. Okay, but I'm telling you that that's a blender mistake. Many people do that. Even it's done by the industry people also. Okay, we can't say that that person is wrong. At that time, that person cannot judge that I have to do this. So that's why we provide always a caution that you should read first and then do whatever you want. So that was simple CNN, and maximum over here you can see here it is something 40 lakh, 40 lakh something. More than 40 lakh it is. You can see the parameters which are regards to them. It is very huge number. That is the reason why I told you it will take years or months to train the model, because these parameters all should be learned by the model by adjusting the weight, forward and backward conversion to one time. That's why we came up to the step count. And do you want me to explain this anything in this? In this slide you see the optimizer, and yeah, here we have a new optimizer, that is RM Sphoorthy. Okay, so this is a new optimizer and having a learning rate. Okay, now this learning rate is like you can see like how I am a person, right? If you want to judge a person's human rate, learning rate, you say that he is having a good grasping power. Yes or no? When you see a student, if he is trying to understand very quickly, you say that quick learner or he has having a good grasping power. So this learning rate is also similar to that. How quick you want your training model to understand everything, based upon that you can change this LR. Okay, so LR is like you always experiment on it. Okay, it's like you get 001, then 002, 003, 4, 5, 6, 7. Based on that, you just increase that number. Okay, it's purely based upon the repetitions and experience. If you get used to learning rate, you can directly specify the value and your job is done. If not, you should go with the trial and error. Sir, no, it won't be. Yeah, so I'll tell you, sir is having a good question again. Sir is saying that, why should I go with this? I like to say learning rate is equals to 100. Yes, I can give 100, no problem. But let's come to the human scenario same. If I say that showing some person sitting over here in this chair, whoever XYZ student is there in that, you say that he doesn't have any knowledge. He doesn't know anything. But you see that he has having a good grasping power and you say, okay, go and write UPSC exam. Will you do it? No, right? It's similar to that. Okay? And that's our learning rate part. Okay, so this completely goes on trial and error, or if you are well experienced, you get the value based upon your experience. So as of now, if I tell based upon my experience, of course mine is very small, but I generally prefer to go up to maximum 0.10. Okay, till now I have utilized that learning rate that is 0.010. Based on that, I am able to get a good output. Yeah, please.
Sir, the first one, we used SGT optimizer.
Yes.
Next, add
SGT was saying. Yeah, that's yes. Okay, you want to say why we are using different optimizers. Okay. So, as sir is saying, first we used, there's a good memory, sir. So, pick up that. First we used SGT. So, SGT was used for which data? Can anyone tell me? Stochastic gradient. For which it was used? Which kind of data? Numbers. We have XY. We were having XY and we were having limited data, 6 values. And I was using, because it was numbers, I used SGT. Next we went to the images. Adam came up. Adam is used as an optimizer. So based on pictures you got. So over here you are picking up based upon your data, right? First numbers are there, so you are going to SGD. Next Atom is there. Atom is for images, you use Atom. Over here we are having Atom for. So this is like this generally you use. You can also use Atom over here. There is no problem. But in Atom you don't have the flexibility of learning rates. Okay, in Atom you don't have the flexibility, or you can say some function that is having a learning rate. But over here Atom Spot is having that functionality. Now, why we use our learning rate is to make your model get trained more faster. So is it clear? Got it? Yeah. So next is model fit, training the model. Yeah. Maximum echo count, and yeah, this can you doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Yeah. Next year, verbose is given. Verbose is given as 2. So this verbose indicates that, and you can see it is given only for validation. I didn't give it for training generator. Are you able to see? Verbose is given to training testing data because you want to see some limited values at your testing, right? So when you are running the codes at your end, you might have observed that you are getting many values, many garbage values you might have observed. So instead of getting all of those garbage values, you directly get only 2 values. That is your accuracy and loss. That's nothing else. That's why you are using verbose. Only 2 values will be shown to you. That's all. Yeah. So can anyone tell me? Oh, I just give you the formula. Anyone know I have seen? Anyone tell me why did I use only 8? Why not 10, 20, 30, 40, 50? Why not? Why only 8? I can go for 15. Okay, there is one scenario. Yeah, I already gave one scenario. That is average steps. So maximum number of steps is 15. That's what I said in the example. And on average, I am able to see 8. Okay, so that's one scenario. That is based upon trial and error. If you spend more time with the ML model and you see how you are getting the logs, based on that you are able to say, okay, maximum it is taking 15. On average, it's 8. That's fine. That's based on trial and error. But without trial and error also you can get the step count. How? Any guesses? Anyone would like to guess? It's simple math. How much total number of data you have? That is 1024. 128 divided 1024 divided by 128, you get 8. And that's why you get the step size. Now the relationship over here is very simple to understand. That's based upon how many images you are sending batch wise, and you divide it by the total, and you get this formula. It's very simple. You can write it down, and this will also be there in the study material. But of course, it won't be written like this. It will be written in words format. A sentence will be written. If you want, you can write down this. Any one person you can take the picture and you can draw it in the book. Others can also look at it. And yes, I would like to give you the flexibility and make you realize the flexibility that is if you have any doubts. Okay, if I am busy over here, I am teaching, or maybe it's after when you go back home and you come up with any doubt, please feel free to drop your queries in the WhatsApp group. Okay, drop your messages in that and I will respond to it. Okay, I hope you all know my working hours. So that's till 6. So maximum I am available till 9 o'clock. Okay, you can expect a reply from me if you text me before 9 o'clock. Okay, and that's the same prediction the data and loading it to directive. So this is like okay, so this is like you got your training is done, model training is done, validation is also done, testing your model is also done. Next, you will apply new images, right? There are scenarios like you will apply new images. Now those new images also should also be stored in the storage of the model. So that is this code. Whichever code you provide it as an input, it will first analyze, it will predict it. It will predict and as well as it will store the image in its server so that it can optimize itself. This is how machine learning models work in current trend also. Okay? You can say that optimizers or you can say a machine learning model will run all the time in the servers. So those are some special techniques. You will see that when we go for advanced levels. So here you can see, so the code which has been highlighted, that will be only available in code tab. I would like to give you a caution. So these lines which are there, right, these are nothing but upload feature. You, like in Java, you write some function, system.in, to accept the parameters from the user. It's similar to that. So based upon the environment which you use in Python or IDE or any other, based upon that you will write your code. This is similar to that. For code tab, if you want to accept any data from the user, these are the three things which you want. And next, this is the main function. Over here, whichever image you provide, it will first take it, review the answer, and it will also store it. This is the block of code. And how it is being stored, can anyone tell me? How the image is being stored? Array. It will store it in an array. See, image will go to the directory, that's not a problem. Of course, whatever image you upload, it is uploaded somewhere now. It is uploaded, it will go to storage. But for your machine learning model, you want it in an array. So this is very instant. Image will be converted into an array and it will be stored. And that array will be used by the machine learning model. Okay, this class model predict the batch size. So this is a special code. Okay, so now let us say from a user you want to expect a larger number of data. Like instead of getting only one file, you want to get 10 files at a time from a user. So then you will specify the batch size. So batch size will indicate that at a time you can upload 10 images. Okay, and at a time it will provide you the output also. You upload 10 images, it will provide you 10 predictions. It's a false or a human being. Okay, and that's pretty much with these concepts to learn. Anyone having any doubt, you can ask. This is the code link there in the important document. Please check. Stage number 5. I hope it's not there. Please check. No. It's there. Please try. And now let's see how many people can execute the code. Those who execute the code, they can raise their hand. Executed, working. Okay.
Sir, data set link we have to change.
Sorry? Getting errors?
The first data set, you will have to modify it. Showing that.
So quick learners, congratulations. Yeah. So I guess everyone might be getting error for the first time. Yes or no? Are you able to manage that? How many were able to manage that? Raise your hand. Okay. Those who are not able to manage, just copy the code. You will be able to see a segment, right? Where you are getting that error code segment. In that code segment, provide the code which I am going to give you. Yeah, just copy that code. Given the code, please copy it. The code segment where you are getting the error, over there, remove that code and replace it with the code which is given to you in the important document. Yeah, here this is the code. I provided you the reported document. You can copy this code. Paste. That's only one check. When you people, please remember, you will be able to see an error like 404 not found. Are you able to see that? All that segment that you need to check. That's all. And remaining everything can be left as is. Everyone please check. When you are running the code, you need to see the logs also. Okay, please see the logs. In that, the log will say that 404 not found, bad request, something like that. Are you able to see that? Everyone, 404 error. It means 404 is indicated to the websites which are not available. Okay? The people who are having the base experience with computer programming, they can understand this. Any questions you can ask? If you're comfortable uploading remaining only that only one process. Remaining everything will be. If you're changing, you will see the output changes. Right?
So can we remove remaining?
So anyone facing errors, you can write down. Yeah. One by one, please. Yeah. Over here, the whole is profit and patient. Yes, next. Check the file response. This will give you kind of results within the same course. How much? So I will tell that you can identify right now. Learning rate. Is it to 0.0? Yeah, next example. Yes, sir. So people are saying, sir, I tried to upload the file. I upload the horse file and I'm saying getting human. Did anyone do that? Anyone tried it out? By uploading the files? I saw a couple of them. People are saying, sir, I uploaded a human folder, human image, and it is saying horse. Now, can anyone tell me how can I rectify it? Any guesses? How can I rectify it? Increase your learning rate. Try to increase your learning rate. 0.10. Put it down like that. And try it once. That may make the changes. And after that, if still you are not getting, change the pattern of your filters. Change the pattern of your filters. So, changing the pattern means, in this code, like I started from 16, right? Start from 32. Yeah. Yes.
You see, execute the code using 4 or 4. In this case, create the code which I have done.
People, there are two possibilities. As I told, you can change the images or, sorry, you can change the filters or you can change the filter rate, learning rate. Are you able to do it? Are you able to get the output? Later on you can go for the accuracy part. Are you able to execute the code, everyone? If any problems, please raise your hand. Which qualified person? Yeah, so everyone, there is next another optimization method. Change your batch size. Change your batch size, change accordingly, change the step count also. Yes. What is it? Did you stop there? No, stop there. Just stop. What is this actually? What is this? This is prediction. Okay. You just refresh and enter. Choose any file. I think you can do what? Name that file as WhatsApp. So the file name and prediction will be done. It should be 300. If you are passing more than that, it will reduce it automatically. Yes, that's a good question coming from another sir. Everyone please pay attention. So you are trying to download an image from online, right? Please look at the size of it. It should be 300 by 300. Or else the machine learning model automatically will descale it to 300 by 300. So yes, that's also another scenario where you can get error. See, your image is, let us say it is something like 1028 or 640 or 680, something like that. So when you reduce it, when it reduces to 300, maybe things are only visible to the machine learning model. There might be a chance, right? Yes or no? That's why you are getting a wrong out. So you make sure that your image is by 300 by 300. You can search on Google. You can enter false image pixel 300 into 300. That might be a scenario, sir. That might be a scenario.
Something in random is recording. Anything you want to do. So here I get another question.
Here I get another question. Sir, what if I give an image that is more than 680, more than 300? So I just draw it and show you how the scenario would be, and there is no convolution, no match pulling going on. Okay? No convolution or no match pulling will go on when you are uploading the image. Okay? So what it will do is I will just show you. So I go for a human example. Okay, everyone please look at the screen, look at the board. I am going for a human example. Okay. Yeah, in the case of human example, let us consider I am having an image right here. This is my image, and if I go for the scaling of it, let us 680 by 680. The pixel is 680 into 680. What is the image size we gave? Target image size 300. Now, how this image will be converted? I am telling you. Let us consider this is a human being. Simple. Now, we clearly know our image size, or you can say a machine learning model can accept a pixel or an image size of 300 and 300. It cannot accept 680 by 680 because it is not ready for that. Now, this image, as soon as you provide it as an input, you can consider that image is getting up. So, image will be something. So image will become like this. Head is gone. Maybe hand will be gone. Maybe legs will also be gone. Only hand will be visible. Then what it can say? Nothing. Some random value will give horse or human. That's why you get it. So it is important that you select a picture which you want to upload. It should be a maximum of 300. 300 into 300, that's all. And one sir was asking, sir, is it max pooling going on? No. We already told that our target should be 300 by 300. As soon as you upload, it will connect on its own. No match pulling, nothing is going on. Okay, got it everyone? So this is a place where you may go wrong. Here everyone got it? Any doubts still you can ask. You can use many softwares are there online. You can resize a picture and write a tutorial.
If you want to see only that, then change that no one will do that, just enter this. Yeah, that's how we learn the experiment takes a project. Yes, anyone else having any other doubt?
Anyone else having any other doubt, please ask.
Shoulders, face, with the features. See, one thing. Each of these features are up to the same location. There are see, you have against this, see, the shoulders and this. See, for as we know, I will show you shoulders of a person. You can easily say it's a person. Model is also yeah.
Yes, so I get a very curious question coming up from the audience. That is, sir is saying that, sir, I uploaded some 680 by 680 image. That's a human being only. Okay, but I'm able to get the answer. The target is 300 by 300, right? Target size. But sir is uploading 680 by 680 of a human. But still he is able to get the answer as human. How he is asking. Now I tell you, let us consider human is there. So in certain case, the shoulders were covered. Okay, so if you rescale, maybe the head is off. The shoulders are there, na? Shoulders are the features of a human. It's not like this. Everything is under, it's not in a straight line. It's slanted like this. It is able to identify this is a shoulder. Okay? So that's the case. If you please try. Yeah. Yes, everyone. They might get you estimate the lines, how many lines are submitted. Of course, the verbose. That's what verbose is saying. See, verbose is saying that give only one answer. If you want to change that number, leave that line and make it multiple answers. So it will run as a depot is running, right? It will run like that. It will say horse, human, horse, human. It will continue like that. That's not required, that's why we get purpose. You run only one. Yes. You write a sounding Yes, everyone. Are you able to complete it? All done? Anyone having any doubt, please raise your hand. Hello? అయిపోలేదన్నా 1:30 అయితే తీసుకున్నాక కాల్ చేస్తాను అవునా ఎట్లా అయితే ఓపెన్ చేసేది అట్లా సరే సరే చెప్తాను I
Just can we check this new point?
Yeah, so how many of you are able to see that image is getting resized? Anyone are able to see that? If you are uploading 680 by 680 image and it is getting resized, how many of you are able to see that? Please type it out. It's a new thing you have picking up. Please see. Upload 380 by 380 and try to plot that. I hope you remember the plotting yesterday we did. Now you can open yesterday's lab. You can open the yesterday's lab and in that we wrote a command for the image, metaplot. That simple code you can just copy and image show you can do. It will plot it for you. Try it once. Is it resizing it? Please let me know if it is resizing. Okay. So. Yes, so that's a new one I'm getting. Everyone please pay attention. Hello. Yeah, 1 minute. So over here, please check if it is resizing or not. Okay? And based upon that, I'll ask you after the lunch, you can let me know. Is it resizing or not? Okay? See, as far as I have done, generally I have seen that when we were getting, see, I have the scores which I have just checked. I have worked with other images, okay? So I have not worked with all the images. Few images I have worked and it could only get a crop of it when I am just trying it out. But when I get an input over here, few people are trying and error, I am able to see that it's getting resized, it's getting reshaped. So if anyone is able to see that reshape, then please write it in your notes. This might be coming up a scenario. Okay, please write it in your notes. Okay, and I personally thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for providing this input to me. Thank you. Yeah, is it getting? Yes, thank you. Has tried that? Anyone has tried to plot it? Okay, you can try to plot it at your end. Okay. So here we go towards the stage 6. So stage 6 is larger data set, which is cats and dogs. Okay. So in this is same which we saw in stage 5. It's same for stage 6 also. Okay, stage 6 and stage 5 both are same. For stage 5 we are using 1024 and this is like amount is replaced. The data set, okay. So please look at the screen everyone. So it's the same what we saw in stage 5, same classification, now master directory, catch and notes, training and validation, catch and notes, image classification, and you will have the images in it. Same training data, validation data. Next, training tables and importing the libraries. So as importing the data generator. So this line is for that. And validation data. Model. So I hope by now everyone is clear with the model. Anyone having any doubt about model layers? Neural network layers? Anyone having any doubt? So I hope the layers are understood by everyone. And model summary, again for this I won't give any math. Please pay attention everyone. For CAS and for data set, model summary, I won't give any math. You need to solve it on your own. That's a homework for everyone. Okay? Please remember that. Next is this loss and operator. So it's the same we are using, and the metric is accuracy ACC. So binary again, binary part over here. So over here, you please see class model is again binary because we are having two data sets only. That's why it's binary. Train the model, step count, it's again divided by the total count into batch data. You will get this answer. Now you need to tell me what is the total size of the integers. Over here, batch size is 250. Batch size is 250. And step count is 90. So what is the data set size? Go for the training. Everyone please see the training part. Validation keep it aside. See the training part. So what is the data set size? 250 into 90. Yes or no? Please find the answer. And that would be the end of our code. And please try to run the stage 6 also. I will provide the lab. Yeah, please observe, I am giving you the stage 6 code also. The lab link and as well as the button. Yeah, so the link is given. Please see stage 6. Yes, sir. So please try to run this code, and that's where we complete unit 1. Okay? So, any doubts in unit 1 you can ask. And I will give you time now. Please complete unit 1 and okay, so yes people, so you can just take a break now. You can go for lunch break and get back, and I will be providing you a maximum of half an hour after the lunch, and so it's up to you. Complete your lunch quickly, come back, sit over here and complete unit 1. Code. So this file results you in providing you the TensorFlow model. Now you will get the TensorFlow Lite model. So TensorFlow Lite model will be used for your mobile application, tablets. It can be used for low-end devices which doesn't have much resources. You can use it. Okay.
to get that, again I am opening the document. So over here you can copy this bit of code, which is in between the arrows, right? You can copy that code. Okay, this code which I have covered. You can copy this code, and the comments are written. You can read it on your own. It's very simple to understand. Copy the code and paste it. And after this, when you run, you will be able to see that automatically the TF Lite model will be downloaded to your device. If you want to download the TensorFlow model, you can use the same command. This file.download. You use the command file.download, and in between the row brackets, you mention the file which you want to download. So if you go for TensorFlow model, so then you will give cats and dogs model.hf. If you want the TensorFlow Lite file to be downloaded to your device, you will use cats and dogs. So cats and dogs is my TensorFlow Lite model name, dot TF Lite. Okay, so these two codes will help you to download your model to your device, and you can load it anywhere or integrate it anywhere as per your requirement. Okay, any doubts on this? So these commands are there in the important document. If anyone is having any doubt, you can raise your hand. Now first you have to run the entire code first. Run the code from the starting, then later on you add these codes.
This is stage 6.
Those who are getting the 404 error, make sure you copy the code which is given to download the data set and all. So after you do that, you can see the data set has got, and you can see the status OK. So yes, I can see this try catch here done. Next, our model training will take time. Yeah, so model fit is going on. Anyone getting an error, please let me know. I got one error that model not found. Anyone else is facing this error? 2 members? Okay, give me some time. Okay, no worries with this. If people are getting there, give me some time. Okay, I'll get back to rectify it. And okay, fine. So need not to worry about this, about downloading the model. I'll let you know tomorrow. Okay. And we'll provide the right code to you. Okay. So now getting back to the presentation part. Getting back to the presentation. Now it's time to download the Android Studio to your machines. Okay. So now we will take a break from the model part, ML kit and everything. We'll take a break. And now we will start working on the Android app. So I'll just brief you out. That is, you as a, we can say, as an ML expert, you need not to worry much about Android app development. Okay? So Android app development is done by a developers team. As a part of our ML expert, your responsibility is to make sure you develop or create a proper machine learning model and just provide that machine learning model file. If it is going to app, then provide TensorFlow Lite version of that model. Or if it is going to any website or loading it into a server, you can go for a TensorFlow model. Okay? So I would be helping you out. Everyone please start installing. You can leave the code lab in the background. It will do its work. We can start with the installation of the Android Studio. So you can open the important document and in that I have given Android Studio download link. You can use it. Click on that link which is given. Click on the link given and it will open an interface like this which is on the display. You can do the work on your laptop and simultaneously look at the screen. So you have to click on this download Android Studio and always remember the word written after, so like you can see some random word is given, that refers to the Android version. Okay. So click on download and scroll down till the end. Scroll down till the end. Click on the checkbox and click on download Android Studio. And you can remember this version number. Okay. So you can see that it's getting downloaded. Wait for it to get downloaded. And meanwhile, as it is getting downloaded, you can go to the unit 1 and complete the stages. Okay, complete the stages and receive the badge by today, end of the day. Please remember that, or else you can get back to home, or you can while traveling in your mobile phone you can open the course and you can complete it. And since it is an online platform, you can see that course anywhere. You can see it in your mobile phone, you can see it in any desktop, anywhere at any place. Okay, so there is no restriction that you should open the course in this computer or in this lab. And yes, so one more thing, here is a caution for the people who are using their own personal laptops. If you are downloading Android Studio in your device, then please make sure that you are having at least 8 GB of RAM in your device. If you are having 8 GB of RAM, then it's okay. If not, then you cannot install Android Studio in your device. That's the minimum criteria to download Android Studio in your device. And people who are having 16 GB of RAM, for you it's very easy. Like you won't be able to find any latency while you are working with Android Studio. Okay. Yes, sir. So why should we use Android Studio? Can anyone tell me? Yes, yes. So I hope everyone knows what is a web application, right? Web application means, in the name itself it is there. You open it in a web browser. When you go for an Android Studio, in Android Studio, always remember Studio is a place where you create the things. So that's why Android Studio means, in Android Studio you develop Android apps. So why we are discussing Android apps and machine learning is, how many of you have used Amazon app? I hope everyone, Amazon app, everyone. In the top you have kind of camera kind of icon. When you click on the camera kind of icon, it will open, it will detect the image, and it will give you a suggestion that, oh, okay, you are trying to buy a shirt, these are the links for it, referral links. Right? So till now, we understood how to train our models. Now, we are going to understand how to get that model to our Android app. Okay? And you need not to worry if you don't have any knowledge about Android Studios. Because we are focused on AI ML, so it means we are only responsible to create a data models. It's not our responsibility to create Android apps. Okay, everyone? So don't get tense that I don't know anything in Android, how can I do it? No worries, if you don't know anything, relax. It's natural. So now everyone, you can please look at the screen. Android Studio has been downloaded.
So once it is downloaded, please click on the application, or you can go to downloads and open it. So go to downloads, and in downloads you will find Android Studio. So double click on it. So people, please remember the steps of how to download the Android Studio, because it will be useful for you when you are teaching to the students. Yeah, everyone please see. Please look at the screen, everyone. You will get a permission option that you need to click on. Yes. And then thereafter such kind of window will appear. That is Android application download wizard. As you can see, you have to click on next. Yeah, you have to click on next. Again, you have to click on next. And over here, you can see some details are given. Over here, you need to make sure that this checkbox is checked. Please observe everyone. Over here, you should make sure that the checkbox is checked. Yeah. So that is like if you enable the checkbox, you can run a virtual mobile phone. Okay, instead of loading all the time to your mobile phone, you can load it virtually. You can use a virtual phone and you can develop your apps. Okay, then next. Then I request everyone, when you are installing that, please copy the path. Copy the path where the software has been installed in your devices. Please copy it and keep it with you. Yeah, just copy it and open it in a notepad, save it anywhere you feel like. And after copying the path, you can click on next. Then you will see a few dependencies, not dependencies, some file names will come up. Don't do anything. Don't click anywhere, don't do anything. Just click on next.
Still downloading, sir, please.
Yeah, click on install.
Still downloading.
Okay, no problem. Just remember the steps, or else you can connect with the same.
Yeah. Now this will take a lot of time. Okay. If it is installed, relax. So those who have already installed Android Studio, you can sit back, relax for some time, and the computer runs. You can relax. Okay. So this will take some time, and you can click on show details, and you can see what are the packages being getting downloaded. Okay, it's only for your preference, that's all. So that you can have an idea. And if needed, you can copy these also. Okay, so you may observe the Android Studios in your device already, in your desktops, which are provided by Sphoorthy college people. No worries, you can upgrade it. If it will say SDK not found, you simply click on finish, next, that's all. It will get the updated versions for you, that's all. And Yeah, so once you see that completed, right, you will click on finish. And over here, yes, so do one thing. Yeah, so over here you will get this option. Everyone please look at the screen. Many people make a mistake that they set up something on their own. Don't do that. Okay, so leave it as it is. The radio button, do not input anything. Leave it as it is. And then click on OK. At the bottom you will get a permission. Accept that. Click on yes. If any system permissions are asked, you can click on yes. And 1 minute. Okay, so this is like you are helping Google team to develop their Android Studio. So it's up to you, the people who are using your laptops or your own laptops, it's up to you. You can select don't send or send, it's up to you. But the people who are using lab devices, click on send. Click on setting code statistics. Okay, please click on it. That will help Google to analyze. And over here, this window will pop up. This window will pop up. Up to this stage, how many of you have reached? Raise your hand. Those who have not reached, take the help of your partners. Yes, and after that you see these multiple images, right? Over here, what does they indicate? One is tablet, mobile phone, the smart display, smartwatch, yeah, smartwatch, computers. Computers are like smart displays only again. And at last, automations. Your car, in your car you will find a display, right? That's again Android device. So it means the applications which you develop in this Android Studio, they can be sent to all those devices which you are seeing over here. So again, it's like a very basic thing. You just specify the parameter, the resizing part. That thing you have to do and just get the dependencies. Again, for a smartwatch, you need separate dependency. And only for smartwatch you need separate dependency. But for many devices, everything is same. For automations, it depends upon company to company who are ordering the apps. It's like I can give you an insight, like in a Hyundai cars which is there. How many of you have seen Grand Titan Neos? Anyone has seen Grand Titan Neos? Yeah, basically I have it. So in that, I just explored it. In that, they got the dependencies which are controlled by Apache. Now, I don't know why it is there, but the versions, or you can say what data transfer, what is happening, I don't know, but they got Apache dependencies. So it depends upon company to company. Okay, and then you can click on next. Over here, what it is saying? Yeah, so you can go for standard. You do if you are a developer, you already know about Android Studio. You can go for custom, or else you can go for standard. And yes, here comes the main part. These are the packages will be required to run your Android Studio or to develop your Android apps. So click on next. And yes, here is a twist. Everyone please look at the screen. Everyone please look at the screen. On the left side, are you able to see some files are there? Yes or no? Over here. So you have to open each file manually and click on accept. You either open each file and click on accept manually, or you verify it. You have to open each and every file. Yeah, so please do it fast. So for the college laptops which you are using, right? The college desktops, it will direct you over. This may not come up. This won't come up. If the Android Studio is already there in that device, this won't come up. Okay, this will come only for the devices where the Android Studio is installed for the first time. Okay, so everyone please remember this step. Many people forget this step. What they do, they will click on the first step, they click accept, they won't be able to see the finish button coming up. You may observe that. If you don't accept all of them, you won't see finish button. So now you can click on finish, and this will get all the dependencies which are useful to develop Android apps. Till now you install the dependencies which run the Android Studio on a device. Now you are getting the SDK files to develop your Android apps.
Are you in coordinate yeah, that's what about me. I'll be in touch with him. I'll just again touch him to see
So yes, you can just sit back and relax again. These dependencies will be downloaded now. So SDK files are like development kits. Okay. So those kits will, these kits are like help you to write the code and this will also help you to run the virtual machine. So this would be familiar for the people whom I guided for the Android development. One more thing. Srikanth sir is there. Anyone else who has attended my training, where I guided you for Android app development? Yeah, I guess only one person, I guess. So today basically I will tell you the agenda of today's afternoon session now. So after the Android Studio has been installed, we will go with Kotlin programming. So you may say, sir, why we need Kotlin? So Kotlin is the most advanced version programming language which helps you to write the code for developing Android apps. Basically you can do it in Java also. The people who are having understanding about Java, you can write the code in Java programming language also. But as of now, according to Android developers, Java is outdated when you are developing apps. Okay, so everyone is using Kotlin now. So Kotlin is more easy to understand, more precise oriented. So when I say precise oriented means if you take Java, so when you're working with Java, you cannot descriptively write the code. Descriptively means, let us say I am having an app. In that app, I want to showcase few elements. So when you do it with Java, it's very difficult to do that. So you may write something like 10 to 15 lines to make a button come up in the app. But when you are using Kotlin, probably you will write only 6 to 7 lines, that's all. And in those 6 to 7 also, it's for permissions only. To open the camera, 3 of the lines will be for permission, and remaining code will be for getting a button, that's all. So if you just think only 5 lines you are writing to get a button. And to provide the action, you will write on click. I hope you know functions, right? On click and so so on. Like we have functions in C language and all. For our requirement we call it. So we will use on click. For a button, you first define a button, you will give it a name, some ID or some name you will give it, and you will call that ID and define the click. On click, and then correspondingly you will define the ID of that button. Below that you will write the action. It might be going to the next page or it might be opening a camera. Okay? And since this is a new programming language, so you may not find any videos referring to this. It's very difficult to find it on YouTube. Like the advanced codes which are there for on Kotlin programming, I mean. On Java you can find many videos on YouTube, but on Kotlin you can't find it. So you can just refer the articles which are there on Google. Okay, and you need not to worry much about Android apps as of now. As per this course concern, Android apps are out of the warning. We are only making sure that how to get our ML code into Android stores. That's all. Yeah, so this thing will come up. You need to click on yes. Okay. Yes, once it is done, you can click on finish. So the Android Studio will load now. Wait for some time. Here is our Android Studio. Okay. So before we get into Android Studio, do you all want to know what is Kotlin? How many of you want to know? Please raise your hand. Okay, so let's start writing the code in Kotlin now. So for you people, the people who are starting new with Kotlin, Google has provided a place called Kotlin Playground. Okay, I am going to provide the link now. Yes, the software is getting downloaded. No worries, let it get downloaded, you start writing the Kotlin program. So Kotlin Playground is a web application, okay? So no worries if your software is getting downloaded, keep it aside, start writing the code. So I will provide the link in the important document. So click on the link to explore the playground. Yeah, this is the Kotlin playground. Now, I need not to explain this part, I guess. Everyone can easily find out what's written over there. Fun is a small shortcut of function. Main is the main function. Then after that, open and close curly brackets. Then space, open and close flower brackets. In between the flower brackets, you write print hello world. Now, print hello world will print that what? Will print what? Hello world. Simple. So I'll play this. So to run this code, you click on the play button, and you see the output at the bottom that is saying hello world. Okay. Yes, so I hope now it's more clear to everyone, audible. Yes, so make ahead. So I have brought you a few Kotlin programs where you can learn the programming. Okay, so first is printing hello world. Okay, next defining a function. Now you can, I hope this is visible to everyone? Yes. Clear? Yeah. So now let's say that you want to develop your own functions, your customized functions. Then you will use a keyword called function. then followed by function name. So in my case I have given bake cake. Bake cake and open and close flower brackets. Thereafter, if you want you can specify the parameters. Like in your Java programming, you specify the parameters of function, right? So in between the brackets which are over here, you can specify the parameters which you need, the data type as well as the what you want, the name of it, function name that you can give. So this is a not parameterized, so simple. So print ln cake is ready, and you will call this function in the function name. To call a function, you simply provide the name. That's all. That is bake cake, open and close brackets. Okay, so we will try this code now. So you can just paste the code and just click on run. And just so I have called the bake cake 3 times, and we can see the output provided cake is ready 3 times. Now next is third program. You want the codes everyone, or is it okay? You want the codes? Yes. Okay, so just it's very simple. Okay, the people who are, I hope everyone is having a background of programming, so don't need to worry. How do you write the Java code? Simple, same. So this is the third code. The third code is saying code without variables. Now without variables is like you can directly give the values. Like as you can see, I have done 1 plus 2. When I do this 1 plus 2, it will directly give me the answer 3. I can just show you that. So you can see directly providing the answer. And if not, you can also specify the variables. Now over here, you can see I have given the keyword that is val, shortcut for variables. Val number, then you can see a colon, space int. Int is the data type of number 1, and then you write equals to 1. Okay, this is about code with variables. I'll just run this for you. Yeah, so this is again we are doing number 1 plus number 2, 3. Next is code to print the values in the println. So like you want to do the concatenation. Like if you want to say sum is and then you want to print 3. That you can do. First of all, you declare the variables. That is number 1, number 2, and specify the data type. Now over here you are having an advantage. So you need not to provide the data type. It's optional. Like if I want, I can directly write variable number 1 equals to 1, and Kotlin is capable to identify the data type by looking at the data. Okay. So this code, I'll just copy it. And just run this, and you can see we are getting a statement, or you can say the answer, sum is 3. And you people, you can experiment. If the people who are having a good knowledge about Java, you can start writing the code on your own. Okay. Next, create a code with variables. Okay, so this one. Yes, sir. So now let us say at a time you want to do this part. Okay, like previously we were printing the sum. So we created a variable called sum. Sum equals to number 1 plus number 2 printed. Instead of that, instead of creating an extra variable, directly you can say that number 1 plus number 2. As I have done over here. Okay, so this will also give you the same answer. You can check. it's giving the answer. The total is 3. And after this, yeah, updating the variables. Okay. So over here you see that we are using the keyword called val. That is VAL. VAL. Then you can see total scene and some example I given. Total scene is something normal variable name I have created. And let's try to do this, run this code, and we will encounter an error. And why I'll just let you know. Yeah. When I run this, you can see I'm getting the error that it is saying that we cannot update the value. Okay, it is saying val cannot be reassigned. Now over here there are two types of variables. So val is constant. So in Java programming you say right, you declare a variable then say constant. Am I right? That's what we do. So instead of that over here the flexibility is that if you declare val then it is considered as constant. If you want to make it dynamic, like anywhere in the code you want to change the value, you can use val, that is VAR. Okay, so I'll just provide the code to you. So you can, I will provide this document so that you can experiment these codes at your end. So if you want to change the values, you can see I've given val. When I use val, automatically the code will change. I'll just make the change over here only instead of pasting it. Yeah. And run. This will update the value and it is giving me the updated values 0 and 20. Okay. Now next is incrementing. Now incrementing I hope you all know that is +1. If you use ++, that will be done once. If you want to increase it by 2 times, you simply say that +1. Or you can say, as you can see over here, I have done that. A equals to A plus 1. If you want to increase it more times, A plus 2, A plus 3, A 4, so on. Okay, I hope this code need not to be executed. It will give the answer on itself. And next, variable data types. So that there are variable data types. It's same how we are in Java. It's similar to that. String and double, float, number. That is the same. Integer. The same. The same variable, the same data types which you find in Java are there in Kotlin also. Next is about the inline comment and a block comment. This every programming has the same part. Next is yeah. So over here there is an interesting part that as you can see I have used unit. Now unit is void. In Java and C language you have void to define it, like there is no return type for a function. But over here in Kotlin, if you want to specify there is no return type, you give unit. That's all. Okay? So you can just write it in a notes. Void is equals to unit in Kotlin. And if you want to specify the return type, this is the syntax over here given to you. You write the function, open and close square brackets, and after that you give a colon, and after the colon you specify the data type. So means what type of return type you want. The return type over here, in my case is string, and it's returning the same. And you may see I am using an escape sequence, that is a slash n, so it will escape from there. And yeah, so here is our parameterized the function. So here it is. So these are the parameters. Like phone number is the variable name or parameter name, and then colon int. So over here it's mandatory that you should specify the data type. Okay, if you don't specify it will ask, it will throw an error and you cannot go ahead. So you have to write phone number, colon, the data type. Then again, if you have any other parameter, you need to write the parameter name, colon, the parameter data type. And if you want to give a default value to a parameter, okay, let us say over here age, okay, I want to give a default value to it. I will simply write equals to 24. Okay, I will write my age as 24. And when you call this function, right, you need not to specify the age. If you want to update the age, then you will write age and then you will pass the value. Or else if you leave it as it is, it will take 24 as the value. Okay? You can run this code. And I'll do one thing, I'll just provide you. And over here it is returning to the int. Okay, return type is int. Now next is protocol functions and pass multiple parameters. Yes, done. Any other is there in this? Yeah, that's pretty much. I can say that's the basic fundamentals of ATAL program. I hope it's very easy to everyone. Yes? Anything difficult? No? Correct? And yes, moving to the next one, advanced part. So advanced is you can see the same thing becoming up. Okay, so yeah, this is like if else conditions. If else, I hope you all know. If else and nested if else. Those are pretty much easy to understand. And this is a very basic example I'm having. Let us say function name, traffic lights. So we have 3 colors in our traffic light. That's what it is. And yeah, we can you can just write this code, and if needed, you can remove this printer then also. Just what you can do is like you can remove the printer then and keep stop and double inverted commas, and it will give you the output. Okay, so that's why I said function is like developer friendly. So all the developers are lazy, you can say, because many of them are lazy to write the code. So Python is perfectly alright for it. Okay? And I'll just provide this to you also. And next is yeah, when condition. So why we use when condition is like see, working with if else it will create a lot of lines. Okay, you basically you will write if then condition, open plus close brackets, in between them you will write the code. That is the tidying part, and if you go nested if else, then it is so deep to work with, and it's very confusing also. So instead of that we are working with when. So when, so simply specify the variable, if it is like over here in our case it is traffic light color. Just specify the color of the variable name, and if that variable is holding particular value as you mentioned in the when statement, like if it is holding red, yellow, green, if it is holding it, accordingly the print values will be displayed. And if it is having some other color, it will go with else. And over here this when condition also provides you flexibility to provide multiple conditions over here. Like if the value which is held by traffic light color, it might be yellow or amber. Okay, there are 2 colors. So in that case, it can still provide the print output. Okay, so this decreases your code lines and decreases the complexity. Okay, so and this, I hope you know this arrow, it indicates you. Okay, that's a pretty common thing. And yes, next is nullables. Now, can anyone tell me why we have to use nullable? Anyone? Any guesses? Why we should use nullable?
So what garbage was it?
No. Yeah.
Sir.
All the things are not mandatory.
Yes, absolutely right. So as the sir said, we will be using none so that we don't specify any value to it only. But maybe later on we can assign a value to it. Okay? So if you want once with the Java part, it is very difficult to work with nullable values. Okay? Because you have to write extra line of code and you have to handle the exceptions and all. Am I right? That's what you feel. That's a very difficult task. I have seen in Java. But over here, it's very easy. What you need to do is, you have to just provide a question mark. Okay? So let us say, let you declare a variable that is null. Okay? And when let us say that variable is passing to somewhere, anywhere else, like for any other operations or anywhere. Okay? Then, it will throw an error. That it will say that the variable which we have passed, it is holding null value. So you can't do any operation on it. So for that, traditionally in Java, you would write an exception handling. If it is null, do so and so and like that. But in Kotlin, you need not to do that. In Kotlin, what you can do is, when you are specifying a nullable variable, after specifying the variable name, colon, the data type, then provide a question mark. As you can see over here. You provide a question mark, the Kotlin compiler will understand that, oh, okay, this variable can consist null values. If it is holding null values, forget about it. Don't raise any exceptions, go to the next line. Okay, so over here it's pretty easy to handle your exceptions also. And I will just provide this entire code to you. So the question mark indicates that there is a possibility that this value may have null values. And it's the same again. If you are trying to get that nullable value, okay, the nullable variable, if you are using it anywhere in the code, then you should make sure that you use the question mark. As you can see over here, I am doing it. It's a println, the variable name, question mark, dot then. So compiler will understand. See over here, you are doing string operation. Am I right? That is the string operation. If you are printing it, then that's a different case. But if you are applying any operations or using it for any other operations, you need to make sure that you use the question mark. You should specify the question mark. If you don't, you will get there. Okay? So I will provide this also, this code also. And if else condition to work with the nullable. So yeah, over here it is. So else operator. Yeah. So yes, so this is generally used in Android apps, I can say. So what you will do is like defining the class. Okay, it's the same like how we did with the Java part. Class is the keyword, then specify the class name, then open close flower brackets. And in between them, you can specify the variables. Okay, I can specify the function, and it's saying print and then turn on, or device is on. Okay, so this class is generally used in Java programming. Okay, you might have an Android device at your home also. That is a smart home automation. You want to find out the status of your device. Like this light, this bulb is on. I want to find out the status of it. So this code will run, and I can get the status of it. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much about advanced economy. Okay, so I hope these are very easy to understand. Any difficulty in this, please let me know. Hello? Any difficulties in this? Yeah. So this, if you are having a basic understanding of this, then it's fine. You need not to worry much. And all of this code will be provided to you in the WhatsApp group. Yes, the entire code is given to you. You can experiment it, and it will be useful for you to teach your students. So shall we start with Android Studio now? Yes? Okay. So that was a good refreshment. So over here please concentrate everyone. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, okay, we will be working in Android Studio only. Okay, so we are already having the pre-trained ML models, and we will only see how we can get the trained models into Android app. So from tomorrow we are nowhere concerned about how to develop the machine learning models. I hope you remember yesterday when I started, I clearly said that the Unit 1 is the heart of this entire course. If you are able to understand Unit 1, then we can relax. The remaining units are piece of cake. And if you are not able to understand the remaining units also, like what code I have written in Kotlin or in the Android Studio, a detailed document will also be provided to you from my end. Or else if you still say, sir, I couldn't understand, then thanks to ChatGPT, we can give you all answers. Okay? So yeah, but don't blindly trust ChatGPT because even ChatGPT doesn't have the knowledge of Kotlin. I can tell you that because ChatGPT is updated only to the year 2022. This Kotlin is still going on. It's you can just check it on Google. You will provide your Kotlin updates. Now Kotlin version something has upgraded recently. Yeah, I remember 4 to 5 days back I was checking that update. It's completely updated now. And new features are coming up. So that's why I said Kotlin is very developer friendly. Developers are lazy, so Kotlin is lazy friendly. Okay? Yeah. So before we just to start with the apps, there is one more step I just wanted to recollect. Everyone have their smartphones? Please take it out. It's time to take it out. Yeah. So everyone please watch this video. So everyone has the ready? Shall I take it? 1 minute. It's loading at this. Or else I will run it. Yeah. So everyone please watch this video. Just need to check cartridge, sir. Cartridge, sir. Okay. Do one thing. Okay, I will need the subtitle for you. Okay, please watch the video. Yeah, please watch the video, open your phone and go to settings of your phone. And for reference you can watch the video. Open your phone, go to settings and go to about phones. Go to about phones. In about phones, you will find software information. Want me to read? Shall I, okay, do one thing. Follow my instructions. Okay? If you have a doubt, raise hand. Okay, I will be very slow. Please open your phone. Open settings in your phone. Go till the end. In your settings, go till the end. At the end, you will find about phones. In about phones, you will find software information. So, software information are you able to see? So, how many of you are having Android version less than 11? Raise your hand. Android version less than 11. I hope no one has. Okay, so the people who have raised the hand who are having Android version less than 11, I hope you bought your chargers. I I won't. Then you're afraid of mine, sir. You can learn from me. Yeah. Yeah. So everyone, please check your Android version. And let me tell you, there is no scope for iOS devices. So you can relax for the evening. You can learn from others. Yeah. So Android version less than 11. Once again I repeat, Android version less than 11. Please make sure you have your chargers with you. Not today, from tomorrow you can have it. If you are forgotten. Then you will be able to see build number. Are you able to see build number? Now tap on that build number for 4 to 7 times. Depending upon your phone name. Tap on it for 4 to 7 times. Keep continuously tapping on it. Don't give a break. Tap on it for 4 to 7 times. And it will ask you to enter your password. Are you able to see that? Yeah. So just yeah. How many of you are having Samsung phones over here? No one, my friend. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Other makes are Redmi company makes Redmi or Poco or Realme, whichever phones you have. For that, you please consult Google. Because those people are masters to say so please search in Google. Okay, so they always shift their softwares. Okay, yes. Okay, so I'm getting inside. There is a version kind of icon in your it's an Android version. Okay, Android version on that you need to tap 4 to 7 times. Okay, so yeah, it's working. Yes. So for Android, click on Android version for 4 to 7 times, and the developer option will be enabled. And for the Samsung people, it will ask the password. Okay, it will ask the password. You need to enter the password. Your phone number password is. You open it and the developer option will be enabled. Done? Yeah. Now in the developer option, everyone please open the developer option at your end. Okay, so yeah, I'll tell you. So if the developer option is enabled, go back to your settings. In settings, scroll down till the end. And really people please search for it. It might be visible. If it is not visible, search for it. Okay, it will be there. It will be there in your settings only. Somewhere up and down, anywhere. Scroll up and down and check. So please check the developer option is it available? Those who are not able to see, please let me know. What is advanced settings? So we can also yeah. So yeah, personally the people who are having iOS, so I want you to depend on the virtual computers, the virtual machines which are there in the device. Try to run the virtual environment and work with the Android phone in that in the IDE. Okay. Yeah. Moving ahead, open your developer options. In developer options, you will be able to see Wi-Fi debugging. Wi-Fi debugging or USB debugging, both will be there. Over here somewhere developed. Yeah. The people who are yeah, so the people who have the Android version less than 11, make sure you are having the charger with you, the charger cell, and connect your phone wire to the laptop or computer. Yeah, go back. Here's the sample. Go back. Go to the people. If it is saying you are already developer, go to the settings. In that you will find developer option. Or at the top there is a search icon, right, in your settings. Click on that settings, the search icon, and search for developer option. Yeah. Again I am repeating. Whose Android version is less than 11, make sure you are having your charging cable, connect your phone with the charging cable to the computer which you are using. It might be college laptop or your personal laptop, connect it and enable USB debugging in your phones. Yeah. So those who are having Android version less than 11, please make sure you connect your device and enable USB debugging in your advanced developers. For the people. For the people who are having their phones which are greater than Android version 11, enable the wireless debugging. Enable wireless debugging. That's Android. So people, your version is 12 and minus 0. So, no, don't go anything else. So see people, please develop option, go to the settings and go to settings, and in settings search for search yeah, great. Is anyone else need my help? Please tell me. Karthik sir, are you here? I guess he is taking a break, okay? Fine. So moving ahead, people please pay attention. Look at me once. Stop looking at your phone. Please look at me. Listen to me carefully. If your Android version is less than 11, then you have to connect with USB debugging. USB debugging means you have to get a cable that's your charging wire, connect it with your desktop. Got it? Now next, for the Android version greater than 11. If your Android version is greater than 11, you have to enable wireless debugging. You have to enable wireless debugging, then you will be able to see a prompt. You will be able to see a prompt saying that allow access or cancel, something like that. Over there you will be able to see the IP address, MAC address will be visible. Take the screenshot of it. The Wi-Fi name will be there, Wi-Fi name Wi-Fi MAC address will be there. Take the screenshot of it. Please take the screenshot of it and keep it for your future reference. Yeah, people who forgot to take the screenshot, don't worry. I will let you know how to get the details. Yes. Keep it. Yes, sir. So, that everyone in doubts, please ask. Done? Okay. Moving further, here is the important portion. Please listen to me, everyone. Important portion. How many of you are using PhonePe? Google Pay? Net banking? Aadhaar card linking? Done? Everyone is using with your mobile phone only? Important portion. Please pay attention and listen. Important portion is when you are stepping out from this lab. Once again I repeat, when you are stepping out from this lab, make sure you disable your developer option. Once again I am telling you, make sure you disable your developer option. If you don't disable, your phone is easily to get hacked. Even I can hack it very easily and pura back down and hide it. Even government. So first of all, I will tell you very clearly, I am ethical hacker. It's very easy piece of cake for me to empty your bank accounts. Okay? So if I found anyone who is out of the lab and roaming around, enabling the developer option and roaming around, then you see that check that there is a bank account. Okay? It's a very jokes about everyone, but it's a very serious part. Many people, one of my students only, if I want to close it, later on he's coming and saying, sir, our phone hacked over. Now how it got hacked, I don't know. But it hacked because of developer option being enabled. It's very easy. Go to advanced option, top में इधर आएगा, उसको toggle off कर दो, हो गया. Simple. Okay everyone? Sir, balance to zero हो गया, not balance. And I won't give any base also. Yeah. Okay everyone? So that was a quick fun round. Shall we go ahead now? Yeah. So let's start. So everyone please open the Android Studio like we had, and we will develop our very first app and we will deploy it into our phone also. Please start doing it along with me. So open Android Studio. So here is your Android Studio. Now if you want to open the existing project, everyone please be calm. If you want to open any existing project, you will click on open. If you want to create your project on your own, then click on new. So click on new, this pop-up window will appear. On the left side, select the device which you want, on which you want to create your Android app. So as I told, it could be your smartwatch, your television, your automation displays, and phone and tablets. So phone and tablets have the same common code. For remaining also it is same, but dependencies are different, that's all. And for smartwatch you have maximum screen size of something like 2.3 inches maximum. That is the maximum I can see till now. Okay, so after that here you have empty activity. Now what do I mean by empty activity means it doesn't have any features. Okay, it's like a starting from scratch. It's like hello world. Empty activities hello world for creating Android app in Android Studio. So click on empty activity, then click on next. Once you click on next, over here you have to give the application name. So what should be your app name that you have to give? So I will give it as greeting. Simple name greeting. Give a name greeting. And after that, below that you will be able to see a package name. Are you able to see that? com.example.greeting. Are you able to see? Now what is com.example.greeting means? Com is the domain on which the web application is running. or the app provider is running is data. Okay, it might be org.in or any other. Okay. Next is example. Example refers to the app name. Okay. You can it's like the organization name I can say. If it is by Google, Google will be there. If it is Telegram, Telegram will be there. Com, Telegram, it will be like that. Sorry, for Telegram it is org. Telegram it will have org as their extension. So org.telegram. The app name, that is greeting. Okay, so that's what is the package name. Next is the location of your project. Okay, you can copy the location and keep it for your reference. Please copy it and keep it for your reference. I will also keep it in my notepad. So please save the location. Next you see the minimum SDK. SDK is the software development kit for the versions, Android versions. So over here we have selected the Android version as 7.0, that is Nougat. I hope you might have seen. People have used Android phones in somewhere 2013, 12. That time Android 7 was there. So that's and majority the developers. You might have seen in some phones you see that WhatsApp won't work on this Android version. Did anyone observe that? You might have seen that. So that is because of this. Okay, WhatsApp people what they will do is like they will set a base version of Android. They will say that the people who are having Android version greater than 7 or greater than 11 or greater than 12, only they can use WhatsApp. Okay, so that's what we are also doing over here. We will use 7. Okay, that is Nougat. And you can see that you are able to accommodate 98%. So across the globe, let us say 1000 devices are there. Among 1000, you can expect that 900 devices will be able to work with the app which you are going to develop now. Okay, without any problem. And next we have to select the language. So by default it is selected as Sphoorthy. And if you want, you can click on the drop down and you can see the remaining option. So select partner and you can click on finish. Now when you run this code for the first time, it will take minimum of 13 minutes. It will take minimum 13 minutes to load all the dependencies for the first time. From the next time it will take maximum 1 minute. Okay? So you need to provide all the permissions whichever it is asking. And over here at the top you see something updates, like this is the update version. You can just minimize this. There is a minimize option. What's new is there, right? You can just minimize it. Okay, this is generating services. Now you need to sit back and relax a bit. And just minimize this. Over here minimize option has come up. Click on this minimize. And at the bottom you see something is happening, right? The scroll bar is there, right? And over here you find a hammer icon that is built. Always remember, when you are developing, when you are hammering anything, it's for creation. When you are going to create a sculpture, you use a hammer. So in the same way, you have a hammer in the Android Studio to get your build status. Please remember with these examples, it will be easy to remember. And yeah, the progress is over here. Please monitor them. So you can see build has started, Gradle build is going on. Now Gradle is like it's a dependencies which allow you to work with the Android apps. Now meanwhile I will introduce you with the Android IDE, that is Android Studio. So please observe, this is your entire thing. The build icon, the hammer icon is there. Yeah. Yes sir, so I will just introduce you with the IDEs. So over here at the top you will find 4 lines. click on it, you will find, we are able to get the options, that is file, pages, everything. Okay, and greeting which you are seeing, that is our app. And if you are an Android developer who is comfortable working with GitHub, you will use version controls. Now version controls are your GitHub or any other cloud platforms. After that, you will be able to see a pixel 3a, something like that. Are you able to see it? Are you able to see that? Pixel 3a. Pixel 3a, are you able to see everyone? That is a virtual phone. Okay? If you want, you can configure any other phone. But let's keep it default. Okay? And after that, you see a play button. Run button is there. It's disabled currently. But once your code is ready, you can click on that run. It will run and it will show you the emulator. Okay? And over here, again, if I take you back to the Pixel 3a, please observe everyone. If I take you back to the Pixel 3a, okay, I'll just help you with connecting your device now. Yeah, everyone, are you able to see device manager? On the right side, device manager, third option. Open device manager. Are you able to open device manager, everyone? Yes. And in this device manager, you can see there is plus icon. If you click on plus, you can create a virtual phone. If you click on this Wi-Fi icon, click on that Wi-Fi icon, and you will be able to see a QR code. Are you able to see a QR code? Yeah. Now, if you want to connect your mobile phone with the Android Studio, you have to make sure there are two things satisfied. Point number one is that you have to make sure that your phone and the laptop which you are using, it should be connected to one device. Your phone and the laptop which you are using, it should be connected to one Wi-Fi. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so you make sure that to what your desktop is connected. Okay, please check that. Yeah. Okay. So as this gradle thing is going on, you can go for a tea break and you can come back. Okay, please go for a short tea break, 10 minutes, and see back in 10 minutes. Okay, thank you.
I guess already there is